Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Glory be to God for another day, another Sunday, another month. Hallelujah, glory be to God. Glory be to God. Thank you for everyone who is already here and people who are going to come. It's another beautiful day. Thank you for the thumb up, expressing my views, Belinda Melvin. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate. This world is not my home. I'm just a passing through. My treasures are laid up somewhere beyond the blue. The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you. If heaven's not my home, then Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Well, the world is not my home. I'm just a passing through. My treasures are laid up somewhere beyond the blue. The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you. If heaven not my home, then Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Go with me. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you. If heaven's not my home, then Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. My lovely people, you're all welcome. I see you all. I see you all. I'm so excited today. I don't know. Ask me why. I don't know. But it's the joy of the Lord is my strength. I'm just so happy today. I think I've already welcomed Gores, expressing my views. AA, you're welcome. Estelle family, you're welcome. I'm here making my daughter's hair in the background. That's fine. You're very welcome. ALS Organics, you're welcome. Funke, you're welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone, for coming. I hope you are as excited as I am. Why am I excited? Just because this world is not my home. What is going on around the world? We are going to discuss today. We'll tell you why I'm sounding the way I'm sounding. What we are going to discuss today that is happening in families. Oh my God. Oh my God. I could sense I don't know what I'm seeing, because both social media and what I hear, directly makes me to know that this is this is not our home. We're just wasting time. Whether married or unmarried, whether you have children, you don't have children, this world is not our home, and we have to refocus. We have to refocus, my people. What we are going to share today is serious. What we're going to share today is serious. It's not something that you've not heard before. It's not something that you think, oh, what is Mami Fechi saying today? What is going on? When I discuss it, you think, well, it happens all the time. Yes, it does. But there's something that the Spirit is saying. There's something that when I was discussing this with Daddy earlier on today, when I was discussing with him the burden I have that I'm going to share with my people today in our live stream about family, marriage, relationship. When I was sharing that with him today, he said, look, he came from a different dimension. There's something he shared with me, which I'm going to share with you all today. And that is why I'm feeling like this. So you're very welcome. Chazira's Channel TV. This is a new name to me. I don't think I've met you before. If I have not, please, After the live stream, connect with me properly on one of my videos, and I would like to know you better. This is Ifechi family. I have another channel, Ifechi Health and Wellness. This channel is all about family relationship. At the moment, I've been uploading the videos from my recent Nigerian visit for the next couple of weeks. Those some more videos that the ones I did in the village will come up. After that, I'll go back to exactly what this channel is all about, Ifechi family. I have a huge interest in family, and things are happening in families that some of them, the ones I heard this week, make me to say, look, there's fire on the mountain. We need to sit up. As married couple, we need to sit up, especially for those who are not yet married. I think I'll be addressing us all, both of us married and those who are not yet married, and those who are thinking of getting married. And remember, marriage does not define anybody. Marriage does not define a man. Marriage does not define a woman. You can fulfill your life without getting married. Instead of getting into mess in the name of marriage, you can actually not get married. So that is the topic we are going to be talking about today. But before we move on, as we normally do on this channel, is God first. So let us pray and thank God. Today is the 4th of February. Oh my goodness. We entered January the other day. And before we know it, it's end of January. And a lot of things happened this past January. And a lot of things already happened over these last 4 days of February. But we are here today. Why can we not praise God? Why can we not adore Him and worship Him? Why must we be chasing the wind instead of grabbing onto something that will change our lives? We are chasing the wind, and that's what most of us do. Sometimes we don't even know that we are doing it, but we are chasing the wind. We leave the important things and we are chasing the unimportant things, and that is part of the problems we are having in our relationships, especially marriage. We're talking about marriage today, not any other kind of relationship, but marriage. But before then, let us pray. Our gracious Father and our Lord, we thank you. We glorify and worship your name for whom you are. Thank you for today. Thank you for making it possible for all of us to be alive in the land of the living, to be well as well. Because if we are unwell, we may not be able to be here today. Even if we are unwell, some people may be unwell who are here today, but they managed to be here. The fact that they are here present, Father, they are already healed. So we pray for everyone. Thank you so much for this new month. Whatever we did not achieve in the month of January, provided it's in your will, Jehovah, they will come to pass this month of February. So we thank you. Some people are going to celebrate their birthdays. There were lots of birthdays in January, including my family members. And this February, there's going to be lots of birthdays on this YouTube and within our families. So I'm using this opportunity to pray for everyone who will be celebrating their birthdays this month of February, that God will bless them as they add year to their years. I love celebrating birthdays. I love celebrating any event. I love celebrating people when they are alive. When people are gone, sometimes if it's funeral, if I'm not chanced, I don't mind going. But if it's something to celebrate, I have to make every effort to be there, because I love to celebrate people when they are alive. So I celebrate everyone who is going to be having their birthdays this month of February, whether it's this beginning of February or the end of February. Those who were born on the 28th of February are going to have their birthdays for the first time over the last 4 years, because this is leap year. They have their birthdays every 4 years. So it's a very remarkable month, this month of February this year. So all the people that will celebrate, including those who were born on the 28th of February, 29th of February, who do not have chance to celebrate until after 4 years. And remember everyone in our prayers today, and ask that God will bless everyone and bless us all here. Those who are here present, those who are going to join us later, those who are going to replay this live stream, that it will be a blessing to everyone. That all we are going to discuss today, and I want this discussion to be interactive. I'm going to drop the link after I've shared what we're going to talk about, I like to hear from everybody because we are different people. Some people are oldies like me, some people are middle age, some people are young age. So we have different varieties of people, and it would be nice to hear from people when I've introduced what we're going to talk today. Thank you, Lord, for everything. For in Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Amen. 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 Thank you. I can see you're all joining me in that prayer. I thank you so much. When I was praying, I hope I don't think anybody came in. Let me just, actually, let me use my phone. It's easier for me to see from the phone. Yeah, Chajira's channel. I'm interested to know, how did you know me? How did you know this channel? Because it's always good also to know when you get new people, to know how they get to know about this channel. Please type in there. How did you find me? How did you find Ifechi family? How did you know we're doing live stream today? Did anybody introduce? I'm connected to you. Oh, you're connected. Really? Oh my goodness. It's not, your name is not familiar. I'm going to check you out, okay? Because sometimes when you finish this live stream and want to go back, when you're looking for pen, okay, there's one there. Yeah, sometimes when you finish the live stream, I find that I may not get back to the person's name. So I would love to, when people come like this, please welcome Chajiras. Please welcome him. Is it him? Are you him? I think what I'm seeing there is a he. Yes. Welcome him to the house. Welcome him to the family. How we do it. We are here every Sunday to share various things. And today, from the title and from my thumbnail, you will know what we are going to be talking about today. And that is social media. Sorry. Hey, I'm having a cuppa. Having a cuppa. We just went out for a meal and we came back and I thought, let me make a cuppa and keep beside me while we are talking. Getting it right with Olivia is in the building. Thank you so much for coming. We just finished praying, Olivia, and we pray for everyone. We pray for people who are here and people who are going to join us and people who are going to replay the video. We pray for everyone. And before you all came in as well, I was singing a song. You know, most days I wake up with a particular song, and when I do, I want to come here. I need a cuppa. Oh, you need a cuppa. Go make yourself a cuppa. Go make yourself a cuppa, my dear. I've got my own here. Don't mind us. British people, that's what they say. You fancy a cuppa. You'll be wondering what this is in this cuppa. That's a cup of tea. Yeah, I'm grateful for that. But yes, you're welcome. So let's sing that song. I was in my mouth before we now go in. Please, I haven't got this thing that tells people to people have it in their live stream that to tell you, ask you whether you have given thumb up or not. I haven't got around to setting that up. So please, if you have not given this live stream a thumb up, please do. And if you are able to share it to your channel, please do. Because we're going to be discussing something very, very important. Even if people are not able to come today, they can replay it. So that we're going to make sure that this live stream maximum will be 2 hours. But I always say that sometimes we go over because obviously people come and go. By the time you want to round up, people are coming in, and yeah, so we'll just go as they say. Let's go as the Spirit leads. Copper, Ogi. No, it's not Ogi. It's copper. We have copper here. It's not Ogi. I knew you through Gores. And Mommy Joyce, I am connected to you almost 1 week. Oh, really? I'll check you out. Okay. Thank you so much. You see, even though you connected with me a week or two ago, you didn't hear from me, but you're here today. That is what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Genuine love. It's not I connected with her. She didn't even bother checking on me. Let her go. No, we are not here for that. You know, so because of this thing you've done, Jira's channel, I really appreciate you so much for that. Because some people, they think I connect with me, I connect with you. Sometimes I may not go to your channel for a while, but when I do, you know that I'm there. Because if there's 3 videos I've missed, I will genuinely watch those 3 videos very well. I don't always go, but when I go, you will notice that I've been. And that is the whole idea. But it's for you to have connected. I can't even remember your name. That's how bad it is now. For you to say that I'm jotted it down here to make sure I don't forget again. So it's now written down here. But for you to have said that and then you didn't still mind, today you are still here to join us. I appreciate you for that, okay? Uju know is in the building. Thank you for coming, Uju. We're having, myself and AA are having kappa as we talk. But before we go into the talk, for those of you who are coming now, you need to enjoy this my song. I know that the song minister, people who sing so well are here, but hey, listen to my own voice. The world is not my home, I'm just a passing through. My treasures are laid up somewhere beyond the blue. The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know, I have no friend like you. If heaven's not my home, then Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know, I have no friend like you. If heaven not my home, then Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Yes, that's the song I woke up with this morning, and I'm like, wow, I'm going to sing it here for my people. And then the other verse says, I have a loving Savior up in glory land. I don't expect to stop until I am with him stand. He's waiting now for me in heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Just up in glory land, who live eternally. The saints on every hand are shouting victory. Their songs of sweetest praise drift back from heaven's shore, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know, I have no friend like you. If heaven's not my home, then Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Thank you everyone for joining. I can see you raising her hands and praise. Thank you, beautiful. Yes, thank you, Chajiras. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Olufunke. Thank you, getting it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Let's go straight into what we have today. As I said, it's not something that you have not heard before, but because it's happening a lot. And then there's one that came to me one-on-one this last few days. And I said, you know what? Let's come here and talk. I want you to be interactive. I'm going to drop the link later on so that others can. Now, what should I do? The heaven is not my... Now, Musisi, behave yourself. Welcome. The heaven is your home. The heaven will be your home, but you have to start preparing now. So what should you do? What you have to, what I tell you what to do, Musisi. This class prefect that came late and still disrupting the class. As he came late and he's disrupting the class as well by saying that the heaven is not his home. Now, what should I do? We say, Funke, Funke, tell him what to do. Tell him what to do so that heaven will be his home. This is time for you to start making that plan for heaven to be your home. I'm singing this song and I'm just singing that song and I'm thinking, you know what? Because of all the happenings around the world, all the happenings in families, all the happenings in marriages. And I just say to myself, let us just be running this race, because let us just be getting ready, because if that sound, if that last day sound goes, let us not be let us be ready, because what is going on, and it's not even something that people are, they don't even shake or afraid or embarrassed or ashamed about. People are just doing things these days that before you will hear or you see and you'll be like, oh my God, what's going on? Especially, I have to say, especially on this occasion, Igbos. We Igbo, no disrespect to any other culture here, but we Igbos, there are things that we are known for in Igbo land. I mean, I'm born and bred in Igbo land. I'm a bred and born Igbo lady. Never mind that I've been in the UK more than I've been in Nigeria. It doesn't matter. I'm 110% Nigerian and Igbo girl. And there are things you hear when I was growing up, and you say, Tofiakwa. The fiakwa means God forbid. But now, some of those things are happening in my land, and nobody is no more saying Tofiakwa. If you can't beat them, you join them. That is what is going on at the moment, and it breaks my heart. It saddens my heart that these things are happening. Before we go into that, my hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly lean on Jesus' name. On Christ the solid rock I stand, all other ground is sinking sand. All other ground is sinking sand. Only on Christ, the solid rock, I stand. Every other thing is sinking sand. My people, there's fire on the mountain. Yes, it's alarming. Yes, it's very alarming. You know, if it's happening here in the diaspora, you say, well, these diasporans, anything goes. But now it's happening where we come from. I just came back from Nigeria not long ago. Although these 2 weeks coming, you're going to be seeing village vlogs. You're going to be seeing where I visited the beach in Lagos. You're going to be seeing whatever else you're seeing in the village. Yeah. So just take it that she's still in the village, but in spirit, but physically she's here. So whatever you see on my channel this week, just enjoy it. You need to see what went on. I know you've been enjoying what went on in the village. Yes, at home, but more are coming. So please support those videos just to see what I was up to. But what my eyes saw and what I heard and continue to hear is not giving me joy. And I have to sit one woman, then I say to her, tell me, what actually happened between the time I left Nigeria in the 80s to now? It's a long time. However, a lot have happened and people don't blink an eye. What even annoys me is not that a lot is happening. That one is not, it's expected. End time, things are expected. What I'm worried about is the fact that people are not even bothered. They shrug their shoulder and say, that's what is happening these days. Well, that's what is happening these days. Or they will tell you, oh, children of nowadays, you can't talk to them. Children of nowadays, you can't talk to them. Really? We parents are answerable. You have to talk. They may not hear you. They may not want to listen, especially when they get to a certain age. But that talking must not start when they are adults. That talking must start when they are young. And never mind the talking, your behavior, what you do. And that brings me to what I want us to talk about today. Let me give a nutshell of what it's about, and I'll drop the link so that people can also come and talk. I'm on a listening mode for now. I'll be back in the chat later. That's okay. Thank you so much for your constant support. Right. There's something that I saw recently. I'm sure most of you would have seen it, and that because it's gone around the social media. But something similar happened one-on-one, and that's why I even want to talk about that, because some of these things that go around in social media, sometimes when you see them, you wonder, is this staged? Does this really happen? That's why I don't jump out to say certain things, because some of them I don't believe that is true, because of how disgusting and how horrible they are. I say, oh, another stage, they are staging it to make a cash out on YouTube or whatever, or any type of social media. I'm not just talking about YouTube now, it's all the social media. This is hot chicken, your hot kitchen. This is your hot chicken. You have to give me hot chicken, Tessy. You have to tell me where you are. I must come and eat hot chicken from you. But each time, instead of saying kitchen, I'm talking about chicken. I say that all the time. I have to come and eat your special hot chicken. Tessy, you're welcome. Ebo Niger, you're welcome. Thank you so much for coming. And let me especially appreciate all of you who are joining this live stream from Nigeria. Let me appreciate all of you especially, because she's laughing. Yeah, so each time I see you, I'll be talking about hot chicken instead of kitchen. So I need to have your special hot chicken. Having been there myself recently, very recent, I can appreciate every one of you in Nigeria. Kudos to you all. You're all doing fantastic. You're all doing so well. How you people even do it, I don't know. And as I said before, when you see them, they're looking so fresh. YouTube channel does not give, show what they look like. Anyway, let me not digress. So, what actually happened that now I thought that it was a joke? I'm like, these people, they can stage things. I hardly believe anything I see. Some of the things I see, not everything, but some of the things I see that look so ridiculous to me, I don't believe. But why I am talking about this one today is that something very similar, if not almost similar, it's almost the same, happened one-on-one. So somebody shared with me and needed my advice. And after that, I said, okay, so this type of thing is actually happening. Call me old school. I'm happy to be called old school. But I'm happy, even on this chat today, who are much younger than even my own children, who also reason the way I reason. And I thank God for that. So it's not just about old school. It's about knowing the right thing. It's about doing the right thing. What couples do on social media these days is very shameful. That's an understatement, my dear. It's not easy, Mama. Yes, Ebo Nigeria, it's not easy. You people are trying. So, in fact, I went to Nigeria. I just want to cry for all of you. I'm like, I know I enjoyed my stay. As anybody can see on the video, I enjoyed myself so much. But that was because I'm visiting. I just visited, and it's not the same for people who are living there all the time. Mind you, there are people who are living there all the time who are living larger than people, some of us in abroad anyway. Oh yes, there's a lot of people who are very comfortable, but the people who are suffering are more, from what I saw anyway. So, social media. What is going on? What brought me to this, and then somebody now discussed the issue one-on-one with me. So that's when I believe that this thing can happen or is happening. I'm sure most of you saw this video where this lady, she's had 4 children. She went to the hotel with another man, obviously 4 children with husband, went to a hotel with another man. Somebody must have told her husband about this. So he now came to that hotel to confront his wife and maybe the other man. And it was on social media, and the woman shamelessly just came out. Is that why you're videoing me? And the Igbo people, I'm like, this is not us now. What is going on? What has gone wrong? But the issue I have with that particular video is Yes, that a married woman went to the hotel with another man. It's disgusting. However, EMZs, you're very welcome. However, there's something that led to something that led to something. Now, let me use biblical principles here now. For those of you who are Christians, there's what we call tripersonal existence of God, which is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. In the same way, there is something that is tripersonal existence of evil. And these are devil, self, and the world. And this is what the problem is. The tripersonal existence of evil is what is causing all this problem. So the other tripersonal existence of God, which is the Son, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, is out of the window. Even for so-called Christians, I'm sorry to say, I don't even want to go to church. When I go to church. I don't want to go to church issue now, because if I do, it might take the whole day. So let me just not even go there. The one I'm trying to say that tripersonal existence of God that we have is out of the window. Is that of the evil that is ruling now. The devil, self, and the world. Because evil cannot happen without you, self, getting involved in it. They went to the hotel to discuss business, my dear. Juliet Olabinjo, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. I think I've seen Julia. I don't know whether I'm connected with you or I've seen you on my channel before. If not, I will get back to you. But I'm glad that you're here today. Thank you for coming. Thank you, everyone. Please remember to give me a thumb up. So the tripersonal existence of evil is what is ruling now. People who still go to some of these organizations in the name of church have thrown away the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Nobody preaches anything like that. If a pastor, please stop in my ears. I don't want anybody to be calling any pastor man of God. It's not biblical. There's nothing like man of God in the Bible when it comes to pastors. There are fivefold ministries. There's not even a pastor. There's pastor, there's a teacher, evangelist. Now tell me about the fivefold ministry now. I think I'm missing them up. But anyway, there's fivefold ministries. Yes, teacher, evangelist, apostle. What's the other two? Anyway, but in the Bible, if anybody can, even in this chat today, tell me where in the Bible, where you see pastors or reverend or whatever being addressed as man of God. Let me know, because this man of God, you people call these people, is part of the problem. Not send the husband at all. It calls for meeting for unmarried men. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to come to that, Olivia. What is this about man of God? And that is why you cannot tell them the truth. And that is why things are going bad. And that is why a man will stand in front of his congregation and tell them that the first money they're going to get this month of January, when people are so hungry back home. I'm not anyway, can't preach that kind of preaching over here in diaspora. You know what that means. But back home, where people are struggling, this Christmas period, some people hardly had anything to eat apart from ones given out to them. And somebody had that mouth to say that the first thing they get, their first salary, should come to him. That is not for the church, it's for him. Again, sometimes when I hear such things, I think, is it just are they joking? But I heard, because when I heard him, I saw, not that I was told. That is what is causing the problem. Evangelist, pastor, and the teacher. Thank you so much, God. That's the fivefold ministry. that pastor, teacher, apostle, prophet, and evangelist, there's nowhere they are referred to as man of God. And if you have any, please let me know. I think there's somewhere in New Testament where Paul was somebody, was it Timothy that called Paul the man of God for something that he was talking about, but not pastors. Please, let us stop getting things right and stop causing problems for ourselves. But I'm not talking about pastors today. I don't know why I went there. So let's go back to what happened with this lady. Okay. So for the man to have gone to that hotel meant that the world, remember, we're talking about the personal existence of evil going on now. Devil, self, and the world. For the man to have gone there, to know that the wife was doing that with another man, means that self was involved and the world was involved. Leave devil alone for now. Leave devil where he is for now. Self and the world was involved because somebody may have tipped him off, or he may have suspected, or somebody may have said to him, "Oh, you rubbish man, is it not your wife that is always in the hotel with the so and so, saying that she was going for a meeting," before he now went there, and both of them disgraced themselves. Was that the right thing for him to do? If a sensible man, is that the right thing for him to do? To go there, approach her, video it, and in the social media? How about those 4 children? What is their fate in all this? You know, I've always said it. You don't have to get married. One, you don't have to have children either. If you want to get married just to your 2 of you and be messing about and be showing yourself in social media, fine. But the children, yes, so devil, yes, the accuser of bread is always the devil. The devil did it, and the devil, when you are calling the devil will just be doing like this. Yeah, I'm dealing with them, and the devil will be doing more. Always the devil. It's not the devil. Was he supposed to go to that hotel even if he was tipped or even if he knew himself? That's not the right attitude. That's not the right thing to do, because that's not going to solve the problem. But it looks like there's deep-rooted problem in that relationship, in that marriage, where he kept shouting, "I told you to divorce me, you won't. I told you to divorce me." What nonsense. Is that a man or a boy? What am I hearing? The devil is everything. Don't even allow the devil to rest. Yes, so it's the work of the devil. It's the work of the devil. The devil. No wonder the devil is all over the place, waiting for his name to be called again, and he will just enter. Yes, the devil is so tired of human beings because he's always being called. He's not even tired. No, I don't even think that the devil is tired of human beings. The devil is interested in human beings because of the way they call. He's not tired. That's why things are happening. Why things are still going wrong, because it's always being called. There is the work of the devil. Even the I don't know what to call that man. Also around the social media, who came to the UK, left Nigeria to come here to Japa, and what you came here to Japa was to be going with 15-year-olds, and then he was saying, "I'm sorry." It's the devil. Which devil? The devil alone, because people are making devil to be stronger. Okay, so about our lies on him, yes. That story weakened me. I have a scheduled video today. Oh, do you? Okay, video, not live. Okay. Yes. I was, because somebody drew my attention to that particular video. But what made me to actually be talking about this today is that I've spoken to somebody one-on-one this week, something very similar. And I said, look, we need to come and talk. I'm going to be dropping the link in a minute. So we now went to the hotel because we heard, or you knew, that's what she does, to confront her and maybe the man. Is that the right way to behave? Is that the right thing to do? No, there was no need for that. If that man was a man and not a boy, he would not go there and then start talking. Is that this? I told you to divorce me and you won't. What is going on? Why are some people actually getting married? Is it by force? Parents like me, please stop pushing your children to get married. Your mates are getting married. If they choose not to get married, leave them alone. You better that they are sensible and be on their own than getting into some of this mess that I'm saying, that we are hearing about and we see all the time. So that brings me to, let me talk about the one-on-one I had with this person. And I said to her that actually something like this was on social media, and I was contemplating, is this true? Is this staged? I wasn't going to talk about it, but because she has shared this with me, I'm going to share some of the things she said with my people today. So we'll see if we can learn one or two things. And she said, fine. She may even be in the background listening. So I would like people to, let me just give you the narrative of the one. Never mind that one we saw on social media, because as I said, that one is a mess. And no, there's no need for that. But this particular issue, I'm not here to say whether the woman is at fault or the man is at fault, because until you get two couples sitting side by side and talking whatever went on, and even if they are sitting side by side and talking, you still don't know the truth. I'm telling you with experience now of people we have listened to. Even if they sit with you and this person will say and that person will say, you still haven't got the whole truth. So don't even go there. Don't go and start being emotional. Don't go and start, hey, you shouldn't have done that now as a man. Oh, as a woman, the Bible says you shouldn't have done that. Please. Because as you are getting on in life, if anybody trusts you enough, because it has to require trust for somebody to come and share some of the things people share with me, because they know that when they share it with me, or most of the time with us, because if it involves couple, I say to them, look, I can't just be one-sided. We have to share it with my husband. And because they trust us and they know that whatever they share with us, apart from God, no other third person will hear it. No matter how sensitive that thing is, no matter how simple that thing is, no other person will hear it, because the person did not tell us to share. Even if the person tells me to share, I'll tell the person, share yourself. I will not even share. I'm only there to advise. My advice may not even be right. We all make mistakes. Yes, 40 years married. We still have our issues sometimes. The other day I was telling that it was something I was looking for. He raised his voice. I said, you don't have to raise your voice on me. I started shedding tears. Me, old woman, just because he raised his voice that he doesn't normally do. At this my age, and in these are years of marriage, I was already upset about something, and then I was asking him about something. Maybe he thought I would have known was something. And I started crying, and I said to him, why are you raising your voice on me? And he was apologetic. So just to tell you, maybe it's just something simple, but that raising voice can go from one thing and lead to another and another. And if it's not sorted, you start seeing people in the hotel looking for their wives in hotel with another man. Yes, because you start being drifting apart from each other. You shouted at me, oh, I better not talk, because next time I talk now, he's going to shout at me. I better just keep quiet. And from that keeping quiet, things will be spoiling. So I'm just giving you just a simple example of what happened just here the other day. It's just two of us here. We are grown. We've been married for so many years. We can complete each other's sentence. That's how much we know each other. But I was shocked the way he talked to me, and I addressed it immediately, and he got it. You see? So that one gone. But Mary Queen Longman, thank you. So Sissy and everybody, please help me to greet people when they come, so I don't miss my chain of thought. Thank you so much, Mary Queen, for coming. Please, if you come in and I don't greet you, don't take it personal, because I like to just let this flow, and I can drop the link. So this particular lady, let me talk about the one-on-one. Never mind the hotel people. You're going to the hotel to look for your wife that you have 4 children with, Who was looking after those children when you even came to the hotel to look for her? What's going on? So you come into that hotel, that man, and disgrace himself, thinking that he's disgracing the wife. What have you achieved? What have you gained? You ask her to divorce you. Divorce, is it by begging, or is it by I've asked you to divorce me? You know what to do now if you think that marriage is now leading to divorce and that is the best solution for you. You know what to do. You can't be saying I've told you to divorce me and you will not. That was a boy talking, not a man. A boy that has 4 children. So unfortunate. So, the tripersonal existence of evil, devil, self, and the world. And from what the lady discussed with me, I made it very clear to her that you and your husband actually let the world into your home. First of all, you let the devil. Hubby always tells me when we are much younger in marriage, he said, look, each time we have any misunderstanding here, there's somebody on the door, not inside, but outside the door waiting. And that person is listening. And who is that person? The devil. It's like, because he doesn't like where you're happy, he doesn't like where things are working okay. So the devil is on the door waiting to see how we are going to resolve this issue. When you see us today, it has never always been like this. I can't tell you lies. It has never always been like this. I mean, after all, he shouted at me the other day. I reported him to you. I'll tell him I reported him to my people. Anyway, so the devil is at the door, waiting. So that's the devil there waiting. Self or flesh is there saying to himself or herself, I'm not going to let this go. He can't speak to me like that. She can't speak to me like that. I'm the head of the home. Yes. Any man that keeps repeating, and I said it before on this channel, any man that keeps repeating to his wife that he is the head of the home is very unstable in all his ways. You don't have to say it. Being a head comes with responsibility. You don't have to tell us you are the head. You act it. Submission is nothing. Submission is very simple. So stop telling, if any man or if you are here and your husband has ever said to you, you're not respecting me, remember I'm the head of the home. He's very unstable. He doesn't even know what headship means. You don't have to say that you're the head. The way you behave at home will tell everyone, he's the head of the home. You don't have to say it. You have to keep reminding your wife. Or even your husband. Oh, I'm your queen. You should be treating me like your queen. Really? Of course he should. But how about you? Devil, self, or flesh, and the world. Let me talk about the world, because that's what caused major problem with the woman I dealt with recently. The world. And who are the people in the world? Your so-called friends, your so-called family members, your so-called work colleagues, your so-called neighbors, and such like. They are the world. And that is what is destroying this lady's marriage. But after I discussed with her, I said to her, you just told me one side of the story. I have not heard from your husband, but I'm not here to settle issue between you and your husband. I'm here to give you an advice. And remember, what I'm giving you is an advice. I'm not expecting you to take it, because my normal job is advisory. So I'm always constantly advising, but that's for in health issue. But when it comes to family, it's all advice. I'm not going to tell you what to do. However, she asked me a direct question because she's only 8 years married. And she said, I know you've been married for so many years, but when you are married at that time of your marriage, what will you have done in this situation? Now you're talking now. So when that kind of question comes, I can now give you advice. what I would have done or what I did if I remember. What happened 8 years into my marriage after 40 years? Because how am I supposed to remember? But one thing I remember is, I've not forget, is the fact that we never go to bed without sorting any problem out. Thanks to my husband, not me, because me, as you see me, so sometimes for him, because he was prepared for marriage. He prayed, he read books, he fasted before he married. So he took marriage so serious, more than me. It was as I got into the marriage that I took it serious, but not initially. But thank God. That's why it's very important that you don't belong to such churches that tell you that this is your wife or this is your husband. God said. These people don't fear God though. Which God? Is it the big God or the small God? And that has caused problem for this particular woman I'm also talking about. Because when people tell you that they have problems in the marriage, and some of these problems, when they tell you about the problem, sometimes I laugh. Because to me, it's not a problem. But that kind of problem is breaking marriages, damaging relationships. Linda, you're very welcome. Sorry, my dear. You're welcome. So, I said, if you don't mind me asking, how did you actually meet each other? They belong to so and so church, and she's been obviously wanting to get married, and one day prophecy. There. People will just come and, instead of saying something that is in their mind, they say that it's prophecy, and they say that God said. Because later on, that's why I'm saying this particular one, is that I said to her, really? And now, looking back, did you believe that it was God that said? He said no. And that even the person that said that at the time, later on, when they're having kata in the home, later on apologize and say, well, because you two, there's the word, you two of you are desperate now to get married, so I'll just have to do something to connect you people. Who is connecting who? Nobody connects anybody in marriage. If not, that marriage is already failing from that day you connected those people. In that sense, introduce people to each other, fine, let them talk, and if it works, fine. But this church connection that happened on this occasion, God said, there will be surprises in heaven. Meaning everybody should run their own race. So many lies out there, so many marriages and relationships are being disrupted because of such false prophecies. If God actually truly said that this is your husband or your wife, it does not mean that you will not have challenges. You will have lots of challenges, but in all those challenges, God will be there to make a way for you to sort them out. Have we had challenges over the 40 years? Thousands. How did we deal with them? Communication. The children, if you ask our children now, our adult children, if you ask them now, how many times or how did mom and dad, how they misunderstanding? They say, I don't know, they don't misunderstand. We've never seen them shout at each other, because everything is done in our bedroom. No matter how bad, you'll be like, deep breathe, just leave it until you go to your meeting room. And that helped us a lot. And we never sleep. I hear some couple, this lady was saying to me that sometimes they will not talk to each other for 1 week. I'm like, excuse me? Sometimes when we have argument, we won't talk to each other for 1 week. I'm like, really? That is we are now, the tripersonal existence of the evil is at work. Both the devil, yourselves, and the world. Because you go out there, because she said, I'll go out there, I'll talk to people at work, they make me happy. So the three people, this existence, tripersonal existence, is at work. You're so happy to go out there, go to work, talk to people. But somebody you live in the house, somebody you went to the altar and say, I do. For the rest of my life, blah, 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 I do. Yeah, sure, I do. Whatever they are saying, let's finish. It's our wedding day. People spend thousands on wedding when they should just think about what that marriage, what they are entering into, what is involved. The devil, the flesh, or the self, and the world. So I said to her, first, you having argument with your husband and not speak to each other for 1 week. Already, that marriage, and she said it's been going on like that since their first year of marriage. They're still here now, 8 years on, and the word she used was that we are patching it. I said, no, marriage is not to be patched. We are patching it because we now have 3 children. You see, again, children, poor children, who does not have anything to do with your nonsense, comes into it. I'm even putting my mouth in some of these things because of children. If it's just for the 2 adults, so yeah, let them. Since they are man and they are woman, they're not boy or girl, and they are married, let them get on with it now. And then, but when it comes to children, children are being disrupted. Children are so confused. Go to your father, go to your mother. Father is not talking to mother, mother is not talking to father in the same house with 3 children. You just give instruction, or sometimes you just drop something on paper and drop for him or for her to read. What is getting the essay? What is the problem? Why have people got this kind of energy anyway? You see, I can't deal. I just can't. This life is too short to be messing around like this. What if after within that 1 week anything had happened? Anybody can just go like that. When you go there, what will you be telling God? I wasn't talking with my husband for 7 days before anything happened, and this and that nonsense. So I tried to say to her, look, it's not too late for you to, for both of you. I said, unfortunately, your husband is not here. I did not hear from him, but I'm giving you advice based on what you told me. And I want to believe that you're telling me the truth. Because if you're not telling me the truth, it's not going to affect me. It's going to affect you. Because the advice I'll give you is based on what you're telling me now. I used to ask for money when we have misunderstanding. I beg. Never do it. You know? So I said, first of all, this idea of not talking to each other for 7 days, for even 1 day, you can't even go to bed. That's one thing I said to her, I have to tell you, since you asked me how I would have dealt with it. I said, one is that for our years of marriage till today, we cannot go to bed with any issue. Even the one that happened recently, when I told that, oh, why do you shout at me? If he didn't sort it out, we can't go to bed that day without sorting that shouting. Why? What did I do to deserve that shouting? That would have been sorted. Something as simple as that. Never mind whatever it is that caused the problem that you will not talk for 7 days. And that is why, and you wonder why people will go out there easily staying with somebody else, somebody who is married. People call it cheating. What do you mean by cheating? You go out there, somebody can cheat you in the market. You go out there, somebody can cheat you by giving you the wrong information. We're talking about adultery here for people who are married. Say cheating makes it so simple. That's why a married woman or a married man can go there and be having and committing adultery without blinking an eye. They'll finish and they'll come out and be walking like human beings. No remorse, because you haven't been speaking to each other for 7 days. If you're not speaking to each other for the 7 days, is it the intimate relationship that you're going to have for the 7 days? People are causing problems for themselves. And after I've talked with her, she was like, wow. Why I didn't talk? I was thinking that after 2 days or say that he'll come and apologize. Apologize for what? How about you? Did you apologize? But he was the one. I said, no, I'm not here to know who caused what. It takes two. No matter what anybody tells me today about marriage, or oh, this man is a really nice man. Hi, this woman is so nice. Why is this man behaving like that? You don't live with them. That's why this social media, when people start putting mouth in certain things, it makes me laugh. Because people are just seeing what you see outside there. You don't live with them. I wish you can be Amos. Maybe not say it in English. If you're Amos and be there in the corner 24 hours only for those people that you think that they are okay, they're not around the problem, you will be like, hey, I won't get, use yourself to know, are you perfect? Am I perfect? So why will you think that somebody is met on social media and maybe her husband or wife misbehaved, and then you think that you have the audacity to say who is wrong and who is right because of what you are hearing? Some of these things are staged. Some of them are not staged, but we don't know the ins and outs of it. Just like I am here now with a hobby, it's just two of us. Our children are grown and gone. It's not what we present to you that you will see, but we know deep down how both of us are. So please, before you start involving the world, which I've mentioned who are the world in the world, before you start involving them, know that some of them don't have your interest at heart. Some of them are not even happy with you, so they'll give you wrong advice. They'll give you wrong advice. They want you, if your own marriage, they even, you don't even know they're jealous of your own marriage, and you then go and start telling them to give you advice. They will now tell you, if it's me, I won't agree. My husband doesn't. Don't you see that new dress I wore the other day? It was my husband that bought it now. Meanwhile, husband never bought anything. And you go home and start fighting your husband. My friends, all the things she's been wearing, her husband buys them for her. Even if her husband bought it for her and yours didn't buy for you, is that enough for you to go home and start fighting him? What works for one may not work for other. I may be the kind of person that don't even want my husband. I want to buy it myself. So don't look at somebody else, what they do, and then go and then start fighting your husband or your wife, because it can be the other way around. Some men are not men, some of them are boys. They can go and start fighting their own wives as well. So that was in the nutshell. What came out more was that for those 7 days, that because they're not speaking, sometimes when her husband finishes work, he will not come back home until sometimes she would have gone to bed before he will now come back. And I'm like, hello, your husband did not come back, and you know that he finishes work at 5 or 6, and by 10 p.m. he did not come back, and you went to sleep and you slept soundly and woke up in the morning. And I said, 8 years marriage? No, that is not marriage. I said, excuse me, that is not marriage. You went to bed. And what did you tell your children? Because you have 3 children. What did you tell them when they were asking you, where was daddy? You say, I don't know. That's how he will be going all the time. This is what you're telling your children, you see? And children these days are so clever. You're telling your children, I don't know. That's why he goes and you start talking down on their father to the children who are growing up. And tomorrow, when these children become teenagers, become in their 20s and start behaving somehow, you wonder, what's going on? That was what they learned from home. A man with 3 children, because you had issue with your wife that you should have dealt with, for 7 days you did not speak to each other. You finish work, instead of coming home, you are somewhere until midnight. Even if he comes in at all, the wife doesn't even know whether he came in at all because she's gone to bed. Faith TV, you're very welcome. We are talking about issues in marriage and alarming things happening in marriages. Especially what brought all this up was the issue with the person that went to to the hotel to confront his wife because he was with another man in a hotel. Marriage. A lot is going on. People are suffering from all kinds of ill health. And then you come to your own home, you won't have peace. Do you know that if you don't have peace in your marriage, your own hell already started when you're still alive? Honestly, your own hell already started. Because if you don't have peace at home, don't pretend to be at peace with people in the world, which are your workmates, your people in your church. No. Let me read comment before we continue. I think somebody is disrupting this class as usual. Let me see. Let me read comments. Sorry, my people. We are going to continue, but I've dropped the link and I want people to talk as well. What did Musisi? Why did you disrupt the class? What did you say? Great. Now, you and AA, I will call you my twin classmates located in the corner. You see, we were talking something serious. People like Musisi, who is the class prefect. Okay, you welcome Faith in. So you check in there. Your mind is still there. You still remember to welcome people, even though you're disrupting the class. Musisi, what has daughter got to do with this topic? Where did he talk about daughter then? Anyway, let me not let this disrupt what we are saying. That's the reason why I always sit in the corner with you two people who can. It's no more Spice. Spice is so busy these days. She's not here. It's no more Spice. Now, Funke, you have joined the class disruption. I wonder who paid for the hotel, the man or the woman. Mrs. is disruptive. Mrs. is asking if people have daughters. Okay, that's why you're asking him what has daughters got to do with it. Yeah, exactly. Wonder who paid for the hotel. It may be some. Well, I would think that it must be the man, because somebody else was talking about how it was on social media or was somebody discussing this with me, where the husband would say that he was going to work, but actually he checked in the hotel with another woman, and that was the work he went to. It's work now. He went to work, and then he checked into a hotel with another woman, and then somebody tipped the wife off. You see, when somebody starts tipping off and all that, that is the world getting involved. That means that there's something that wife or the man has been telling people about their marriage. Why would anybody be tipping you off about your husband, where they are? There was somebody think that we are tipping somebody off and told the man about his wife being in a hotel for but the man knew that the wife was going to that hotel because it's for business. She was going there to give a lecture. So the man said, yes, thank you for the information, but I know. And the man even told the person the name of the hotel and everything. See all these home breakers everywhere. Why are you calling the man to say that you saw the wife going to the hotel? Can't women go into the hotel anymore? And that is because there's no trust. So people are looking for ways to disrupt other people's families and relationships, maybe because their own is not working or because their own wives go to hotel to do something else. So the man was clever to tell him, yes. Is it not so and so hotel? He said, yes. In so and so place, say yes. And at that time of the day, yes, I know. My wife is there. You see? At the background, kids sleeping. Okay, Linda, thank you. Thank you. Mary Queen, I already welcome you, didn't I? And Faith TV, thank you. I pray you don't find yourself in this type of situation. Get up the... So, let us avoid the world. But first of all, we have to take care of the flesh, the self. Take care of ourselves by how we behave, how we relate, what we say to each other. If we must get married. And as I say, and I keep saying it, somebody may say, but you've been married for this number of years. I say you don't have to get married. Yes, I still say it till tomorrow. You don't have to get married. Is marriage hard work? Yes and no. It's hard work if you want it to be hard work. It's not hard work if you don't want it to be hard work. Communication, that big C. If that woman and her husband had put that big C first, they would not be speaking to each other for 7 days. I said for that 7 days anyway, by the way, who was cooking and who was eating and who was doing this and that. Yeah, we'll still cook, just cook and leave it there, and he'll go and eat it. And okay, people have time. Oh. There's no time to waste. There's no time for this kind of nonsense. This is the time for you to be more prayerful and not letting nonsense to scatter your marriage. Don't talk to each other for 7 days and all the rest of it. I've dropped the link if anybody wants to come and say anything. But that's the communication I had with this woman recently, and the fact that she doesn't even know where her husband is night by night for those 7 days. I'm like, you have heart, though. Ikalobi. You have heart. You don't even care. So what kind of marriage is that? The two have become one when you get married. And that half of you was missing and you didn't care. You went to bed and woke up the next morning and you saw that he's come back. You don't even know when he came back, whether he came back early that morning, whether he slept outside. And for the man, I rest my case. You had issue with your wife and you went out from work to somewhere until midnight or until late morning, and you have 3 young children. No wonder things are going up. Things, children, even some children these days, you see children, they're not even like children anymore. Because they're allowed to grow up on their own. They're allowed to watch whatever they want to watch. Is it the man that didn't come back until only God knows when? Or is it the woman that have gone to bed that will know whether the children are watching anything in their rooms that night? Anyway, so my people, this is very, very serious, heartbreaking things happening in families. Social media, please let us stop doing what we hear or practicing what we hear or see on social media, because some of them are not true. And social media is actually destroying families. Social media destroying families because people are practicing what they see out there. Some of them are not true. Some of them are not right. Please, social media is good. Social media is bad. Pick the good ones, drop the bad one. Oh, Uju is in the building. Hold on. Okay, thank you. I'm glad somebody has come up to rescue me so I can have my cuppa. Thank you for coming, lovely Uju.
No problem. Good morning. It's morning here. I'm trying to get to church. Yeah, can you hear you? You can hear me?
Hey, is it me? Oh,
okay. Let me go.
Don't tell me my thing is doing this again today. Uju, are you talking?
Yes. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Please, can you people hear Uju? Hi. I can't see you. I'm about to embarrass myself. For people who don't know me before here, will now see that I'm about to embarrass myself by not knowing about the sound. Ujubiko, we can hear her. Hey, Atomo.
No, it's okay.
Want to go and do what we can hear her. Hey, so it's from my end. Nobody should laugh. See, Funke is already laughing. Ujubiko, wait. Come sort her out. I don't want to call that. He's in the living room. I don't want to call it. Let me sound this out myself. If I'm sorting it out and lose myself. Yes, can hear both. You can hear both, but I can't hear her. So it's from my what is causing that problem then? Hey, they're all laughing at me again. Oh, hey! I thought that these are my family members. They're laughing at me again. I don't have any choice. I'm going to call him. I don't know what to do. I don't want to do anything and log myself off. You can hear me. You can hear Uju, but I can't hear Uju.
It's okay, guys. It's okay, guys. Tell her not to worry about it. I'll step down. I don't want her to.
Anyway, he won't shout at me this occasion. He will just come.
Say, don't shout at me.
If he shouts at me, I'll cry. You see, I still cry like a baby, like a new bride when I'm shouted at. Please, people, please don't laugh.
Guys, tell her
guys, say people should not laugh. I should also laugh because let me not keep Uju waiting. Let me come. Let me take myself off the screen.
Guys,
So when
tell
Daddy's
her
come
in
to
the
help
chat
me, you
that
people
I will
know that
step
he's the
down. Let
one.
her continue.
I'll be back shortly.
Stressed about it.
Let me come. God. Hey.
See?
Mine. But give me a course now, I'll be hearing somebody and they won't hear me.
Okay, let me keep the chat going. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. It's still morning over here. And I'm just trying to get myself going this morning. Hope you guys had a great service in church. Yes, so Sister Fechi is coming. Oh God, I hate interrupting her like this. But waiting we go do now. Waiting we go do. So let me wait till she gets here, okay? Let me wait till she gets here. Jesus na elele. Jesus na waya. Jesus na elele. Jesus na waya. Nobody dey like nobody be like Ewo nwannem Jesus na elele. Jesus na elele. Jesus na waya. Jesus na elele. Jesus na waya. Nobody dey like nobody be like Ewo nwannem Jesus na elele. Okay, big sister is back. Can you hear?
I'm here. Now, who are the people that laughed? Who said that thing? Who said that I don't know about IT? Who said that
big
thing?
Sister, I've told you this before. Get a notebook, write it down. Now that he has told you how to do it, write it down.
Hey,
how to
it's
do
on now,
so that next time you will do it.
In fact, I have notebook here.
Yeah,
what you just said now, let me do it. Every time I'll be embarrassing myself,
so that next time when it happens,
people are laughing at me all the time.
That's how we learn ITO. I have a
Yes.
notebook so that when something happens, I revert to my notebook. I get it and I know how to fix it.
Let me
Not
write
every
this
day.
one down.
Mine.
My people, this will not happen again.
How do you do? It will upset him now. I told you that how many times? 100 million times.
What are we doing without
get upset?
He just came. He thought that the camera was on. I said, no, I turned the camera off and I muted it so they wouldn't hear.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you so much. Look at Chimuzoma. Oh my God. Chimuzoma, it's been a while. I can't see it. Thank you for coming. Thank you. All the people that laugh, I'm going to come back to you. I can see all your laughing
Find all
emojis.
of them. I know AA laughed. AA.
Yes, I know. AA said that I'm IT pro, and then she now laughed as well.
AA.
And
AKA.
I think who even laughed first? I think the first person is Funke, followed by Gores, and then AA said something. I thought she was on my side, and she now laughed as well.
I tell you, Gores is now a professional IT person. No, her live stream, man. Me, I just still the use phone. I just still the use phone. I need to learn how to use my laptop for live streaming. Gorel has gone international. Gores.
Oh, good.
That live streaming.
Let me just read the comments here. I think Funke said when grandma is calling daddy mine, and I call my husband Baba Emma. No, that's special demo. This is that's part of the agreement, part of the things you have to talk about before you get married. We actually talked about everything, including what are we going to be calling each other before we even said I do. Yes.
Babi Emma, as per you're calling your neighbor. No,
I don't think she's serious. I don't think she's serious.
Baba Oluwa. Baba this one. No, nah.
I don't think she meant it. Some people are still laughing. Uju, can you imagine? Even though I've got my notebook and I've written this down, some people are still laughing.
No, they are laughing because of what we are talking. We are gisting. It's funny. What we say.
They're not laughing at me for what I. Okay.
Can you imagine Olufunke, beautiful Olufunke? Babe,
Goddess, I have to come to you for private tutorial. Musisi always. I
Hi,
always go to
honey.
Musisi as well.
Should be honey or sweetie or babe. I tried babe. My daughter was little. You say, oh, I thought I was the baby. Why are you calling sure? That one I know they use. So mine means okay, I'm coming. All right. Mine means in Kem. That's what it
Yes.
means in Kem. Mine
Yes.
in our
It's
language.
my own.
Guys,
Oh. So
guys.
when you
I
call
don't.
when you call that person yours, it means it's
Yeah.
yours. And if the person annoys you and you say, ah, mine, why are you doing this?
Mm.
That will melt the person's heart. It's like, hey, why did I do this? So
Big
why did I?
sis, I can't stay long. I'm getting ready
Okay,
to
sorry, my dear.
go
Sorry.
somewhere.
Go on,
But
go
what I
on.
wanted to say is,
Yes.
people react when people yell back at them or raise their voice at them. But you have to
Yes.
ask yourself, how did I talk to that
Yes.
person? Was my
Yes.
voice raised? Because we do it with
Exactly.
our kids. We yell
It's
at them
true.
and we expect them to talk nicely. No, sometimes when you
Yeah.
yell at your kid with that tone of voice, they will yell back. So first of
Yes.
all, mind your tone of
Absolutely.
voice so that
Mm-hmm.
when they respond in that same manner, you will not be offended. That's just what I
Yes.
wanted to chip in. And I'm
Yes.
getting ready
Yes.
to go somewhere. All right. Thank
Oh,
you guys.
thank
I
you
love
so
you.
much. Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Uju. Bye bye. Yes, it's true. Because when you say, oh, don't shout at me or whatever, how did you speak to the person? It's very important. So, and this, yes, with the children, and then with each other as husband and wife, the tone. Because sometimes when you're stressing out about something, when you talk, the way you say it, because action and reaction are equal and opposite. Those of you who did science here, that's what they used to say in those days when we did them. So that action and reaction are equal and opposite. Say third, is it the third law of motion or something? Anyway, yeah. When the way you, assuming you say, oh, Chai, please come and do this for me. There's no way the person will shout. It's true. You that is always lucky, like a witch that you ran into. Really? Yes, so I ran into Sapite Edochie and I rubbed shoulder with him. Didn't you see us inside that plane? We are sitting actually in front and he was behind us and I was using my camera to look at how he was smiling. Yes, so I rubbed shoulder with a Nollywood veteran, Sapite Edochie. Thank you. So you've been watching, you've been following. I haven't seen your comment, Choma. Sorry, Chinwe. Oh God, thank you, everyone. So action brings reaction. Absolutely. Absolutely. Action brings reaction. So we have to be very careful how we say things, what we say. And there's this saying that it's not what you say, but how you say it. So what would you say is so correct? Sometimes the one we hear is when the person shouts at us, but or shouted at us. But when we talk, sometimes we don't even know that we have raised our voices or our voice to the other person. And it's only when they now react, because they're not going to respond. If you talk to them in a tone, low tone, they will respond. But if you talk to them in a harsh tone, they will react. And that is human being for you. However, we have to always try not to react all the time. Now, I'm not talking about raising voice. I'm talking about other issues in marriage, because actually reaction is an animalistic behavior, while responding is humane. Because an animal, once you bite, once you touch their nail or you snap, they will just bite. They will just bite you. That's animalistic. They are reacting to. They don't know why you step on my tail or on my But for a human being, we have to try sometimes not to always react. Not to always react, but to respond. But to be quite honest, it's not what you say, but how you say it. If we can always try and tone it down sometimes, even with our spouses, with our children, that will help a lot. So going back to the woman in question, I told her that not speaking with your husband or with your wife, even for a day, is a no-no. Don't sleep without speaking to each other. Never mind 7 days. I say, you people got a mind though. How can you do it for 7 days? You go to work, you come back, you cook, you put on the table, you eat his own separate, you eat your own. He said, what I did, for me to say you've done very well, what I didn't do, is not to stop cooking. We both I make sure that we always cook and there's food. That's not what I'm talking about. Talking about food. We're not talking to the person you're cooking and the person is eating for 7 days. Yeah, even like some men will even not cook eat, and we haven't been not speaking to each other. They go out and start eating outside, as if marriage is something that they were dragged into. Sometimes the way some people treat marriage, it's like they are dragged into it, and maybe they are dragged into it because this one, from all indication, she was dragged into it by saying God said, by that person that they call their pastor. God said that this is your husband or this is your wife, and they went into it. And in her own words, it's a big mistake. But we now have 3 children and we're trying to make it work. Each time I hear because we have children, it breaks my heart, because it's like the children are now the problem. It's like the children are now the reason why you're together. And the children did not ask you to bring them into the world. They don't even know what you're talking about. Promising heaven and earth about Valentine's Day to someone on you. Don't even talk to me about Valentine's Day. Because that one is coming. When do you people do it? 14th of this month, isn't it? Yeah, I don't even want to go to Valentine's Day now. Yeah, I've done that before. One day malice. Really? Wow. And how did it feel? Come up, Funke. I would like to hear from you how you managed for 1 week. How did you feel and how did it happen? And eventually, how did it end? Because to me, no matter how stubborn I am, I can't do that. Every day is Valentine. That's the thing. That's why I never talk about Valentine, because for 40 years we have never celebrated it, but we have a Valentine every single day. And I mean every single day. Apart from when he shouted at me. You see how I'm reporting it? When he shouted at, I haven't seen how many times I've shouted at him. You see how I'm saying it? That's human beings, I haven't said how many times I've shouted at him, which I do more than him, but maybe I feel entitled. I can shout sometimes, but not you. The way you feel spoiled, you think that you're the only one that's allowed to do certain things and not the other person. Or because you feel that, well, you're older. You're 7 years older, so I'm your junior sister. So you shouldn't be shouting at me. But then, as a junior sister, are you doing what you should do all the time to that your senior brother? Oh God, marriage is sweet. Honestly, it's so sweet. But you have to be patient, and you have to, just take it not too serious. Don't take it too serious. If not, you develop ill health. People are developing ill health because of the relationship they have at home. So if your marriage is causing you to develop ill health, what is left then? What is going on then? Because when you don't speak to somebody for 1 week, trust me, you are not happy no matter how much you try to be. You go out there, you speak to your colleagues at work, you're not happy. You're entirely not happy. And unhappiness can be a start of an illness. Yes. Sometimes people suffer from all sorts. They go for their blood work, they go for investigation, not a lot will be found. What is bothering you is that stress that you have caused yourself, especially for somebody you live at home with. Never mind friends or people at work. You meet them when you go to work, you can decide not to communicate. Just do your work, face your work, do your work, and you go home. Home is where you find peace. And if you don't find peace at home, my brother, my sister, your own hell already started, honestly. You don't have anybody to talk to at home. For 1 week, you are keeping malice. You can't speak to your husband to tell him how you're feeling. You can't speak to your wife to tell them what happened at work today, if anybody was. Because when I used to go, because I work from home now, when I used to go to work, if anything happens at home, I can't wait to come home and share with my husband and say, look at what happened and this is that, the way the person spoke to me and all that. Just him saying, don't mind them. He will make excuses. He will say, you don't even know what happened to that person before they came to work that day. And I'll be like, Yeah, whatever happens to them, is that why they should take it out of me and me? He said, it doesn't matter. He always likes to make excuses for people because you don't know where the other person is coming from. So assuming I don't talk to him for 1 week and I go to work and people upset me or did something that I needed to share with him, who will I share it with? Double whammy. So I have issue out there. I can't even share with him. I'm having issue with him as well. Ah, mbao, I can't deal. So my people, I like somebody to come. Would you came up? I know because she didn't really. I want somebody that will really talk about marriage. I know some of you are newly married and all the rest of it, but it's always good to have opinion of younger married people so that it's not like, oh, you are talking because you've got lots of experience. But I tell you, with or without experience, you still get it wrong sometimes. You still make mistake. I wish I can come up. Okay at the salon. Okay, no problem. Oh, Ayi Kitchen, thank you for coming. Thank you. Wow, I'm getting variety of people in my live stream today. Some people who have not been for a while, like Ayi Kitchen, Chinwe Uzoma, and Chajira. I think this is the first time of my live stream, and some other people. I'm really so happy. Oh, somebody is coming to give me a break to have a cuppa. Thank you. Yes, Gore's Corner is here. This is Gore's Corner or Expressing My Views. That's her other channel. If you want to connect with her, and the person that came on before was Uju Onowu, which is Uju's Talk Show. Yeah, Uju's Talk Show. Thank you, everyone. Okay, thank you, Goris.
Good afternoon. Happy
Good
Sunday,
afternoon.
everyone. Yeah.
Thank you.
I
Happy
just
Sunday.
wanted to say, from what I've read that you explained, I think it's about malice so far towards the end. If you want to, some people don't like to keep grudges. They don't want to leave their partner alone for a while, not to have a conversation with them. But if that person is actually making a move and the other partner is not ready to talk, we do hear it, like, let's say people that the GOs, people that are quite older. Yeah.
Mm,
And you said also that you guys doesn't, I don't mean that you don't quarrel, but you haven't done it, that you haven't gone to bed without
mm. Oh, we
not
quarrel, of
talking to
course.
each
We
other.
don't let it.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but a lot of couple, some don't want to keep malice. They don't want to do. I won't talk to you. But if you're making the effort and the other is not reciprocating, there's nothing you will do. You just keep trying, and it gets to a stage where maybe
Mm,
you just start paying them back with the same coin or what they want until when they are tired of it. I don't get people reporting that, maybe their partner is not talking to them. And I'll say, keep talking to him. Let's say, for example, the food one, some will prepare food. And when the man get home, when they are angry, they won't eat your food. And once you do it for a couple of days, there was some, so maybe I would say maybe the geos, the mommy geos, they will say, keep cooking it. But to me, you're wasting the food. If he's not
mm,
interested in eating the food, the first few days you tried talking to him and explaining whatever. I think you should leave a note so that it lets you know. I think you also be reading his mood to know maybe you should continue to do the cooking
mm,
if he's not fasting, and if he doesn't want to talk, and you've tried your own best to talk to him, then I think you should give him the space as long as you're respecting him. Let's see how he's going to come around. I feel it's also advisable that you have the open heart, that when he comes, you're able to embrace him, that you guys can discuss what led to that long not talking to each other, and how to rectify so that it doesn't keep repeating itself. But there are some people, it's because they grew up with this thing from home. So joining their own getting their own wife or the husband, as in two becoming one, those attitude comes with them. So it takes a while for them to go off, to wear off those habits. They are used to it when they were growing up, or they also saw their parents,
mm,
doing the same thing. Even with
mm,
their siblings, they've been doing it. They can't just stop it. They feel it's just the right thing. Just give you. I'm not talking to you again. I like my space. I used to say, but it does not involve if you ask question, I will respond. I might not be as cordial. That's the thing. So some couples that are not talking to each other and they go to bed, I do see it. It happens a lot, and I've done it. I'm not gonna lie. Depends. But if not talking to each other, it doesn't involve asking some questions. Some important discussion you would do. It's just that you know that you guys are not too cordial to that there's no that laughing thing. Everybody's minding their business. That's how it is. So my point here is that there are some couples, their partner is trying to make amend or to talk to them, but they are not interested. But they'll still go to bed without talking to each other or reconciling or making up on what happened.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Because that's again boils down to that communication. If one is ready to communicate, another person is not ready to communicate, it makes it really difficult.
Yeah.
It makes it really difficult to, yeah.
And
Okay,
it
thank you
also
for that.
can also be prolonged. It depends on who the other party is talking to. Some people, if you are talking to the wrong person, they will either let them prolong the not talking to each other to prolong it or not. Why some, if they're not discussing with each other, they'll get tired of it when they're in the house and they'll just end up talking to, discussing what happened. Some don't discuss the issue, they just move on. Meanwhile, the same issue will still happen again, and they
That's the
will still face
thing.
the same.
Unresolved issues, yeah, they come
Yeah,
up
they will
again.
still now face the same process of not talking to each other because the issue were not discussed and resolved.
Yeah, both really need to agree to sort it out. If one is in agreement and the other person is not, one person cannot solve the problem. So both of them have to be just like A said, both have to be on the same page, really. But sometimes it's not easy. It's
That's it. Yeah,
difficult
it's
for
not
both of them to
easy.
be on the same page. That's another thing.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
one is willing and the other one is not
it's
willing.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That can make it so difficult. I see what you mean. I'm
And
because
that habit also trains some other people that are actually willing and initially, if they are now used to it, that this man doesn't talk to me. When I mean this man, it doesn't happen. It's not only for a man. It might be the woman that is actually doing this as well. When it happens repeatedly, I think the other person will get used to it. So they won't even try to want to make a move. Like it's always like that. It's going to last to
yeah,
2 days.
yeah,
Meanwhile, they are already building bad thing. And if they have children, they notice it and they keep going on and on. Some when they are taking their children to school, you start hearing them talking to their children that, oh no, when daddy comes tonight, tell dad, me and daddy are not talking, which is what I've heard before. You on the road and they say no, mommy's not talking to daddy or daddy's not talking to mommy. So when
you
daddy
see,
comes, so and I'll be wondering, it's very interesting, but at the end of the day, they're already teaching these children something. And when those children get home, majority of these children now, they're quite smart and they're bold.
yes,
The way they will
yes,
ask their parents, are you not talking to mommy? Or is mommy not talking to you? And the couple will
mm,
now look at each other like, did you tell them? So
yeah, very sad, especially when children are involved in that way. What are you teaching these children? What are they going to learn? If you have to be telling them that they are not talking, they would have seen it, they would have observed it anyway, and then
yeah,
to tell
they're
them as well.
toddlers.
Then you wonder, some of these children are going to grow up to be adults themselves and get married, and then the cycle continues because they think it's the right thing to do, not to speak to each other for some time when there's an argument or there's an issue. Of course, two people who are in the same house, you don't know each other before, even if you have courted for years before you get married. The fact remains that you're two different people. Even siblings who were raised up together, they still don't understand each other. Sometimes they still quarrel. Never mind somebody you live at home with 24/7, you see each other all the time. So communication is a two-way thing, as somebody mentioned in the chat. It's a two-way thing, and if one person is not prepared to talk, that can be very frustrating because communication does a lot in helping with issues in marriage. But if it's one-sided, And when it comes to the one I'm talking about cooking, I cook today, the person did not eat, and it will waste. I cook again, and the pastor will be advising you to keep cooking. What now? When the person is ready to eat, at least man and woman can also cook. When the person is ready to eat, then, and if you have tried to communicate, not, let me even say something about that one, not just like they are doing, going and coming and cook and put it on the table, and the person said that they won't eat. You have to come. It's have to initiate that communication now before you now start cooking for the person. Or if it's the wife that is normally cooks, you can't just, you are still quarreling. Nobody's looking at each other's face, and you cook and bring. Some men will have even had some men who will say,
Yeah.
they talk to each other as she's cooking. I don't know whether she's going to put anything in that food for me. And that's the husband talking about the wife in the home. And you wonder, what kind of thing is this?
Yeah, but there's some men, they don't joke with their food. Some men don't joke with their food. If they're having any issue with it, they will get to the table, eat and leave, come back, eat and leave. They feel it's their right, so eat and leave. And the wife too, just make sure you prepare the food too. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know how people can thrive in that kind of relationship, because, as I say, if you're not talking to each other, nobody can tell you that genuinely inside them that they're happy with that situation or that everything is okay. No, you might pretend that it's okay. Oh, he doesn't want to talk. Let me leave him or let me leave her at the moment. But there are crucial issues you need to be discussing as husband and wife. Maybe on those days that you don't speak to each other, something may have gone wrong. So, because they're not talking to each other, you can't even discuss it. So I hear what you're saying. Yes, it can be one person might be willing, another person is not. But what we're saying today is for both husband and wife to know that, understand the fact that it's always good to communicate. A lot of things can go wrong. I've heard the story of when they were not talking, they didn't call each other, and somebody in the night, something happened. But something can happen overnight. People pass in their sleep. And on this occasion, that was what happened. And one of them just left a note beside the person and went, because they're now communicating in writing, dropping
In
notes.
writing, yeah.
Writing, dropping notes for each other. To me, it's so childish. Honestly, for people to be married to the extent of having children, I'm sorry, they have to be man and woman, and not. It's so childish. You're having issues, you can't talk to each other. You're just dropping notes. I'm going there. Your food is on the oven. This and that, and you just be going. It's not good. And then something happened to the person. I don't know whether it's the woman or the man, which one. And the person left their note and went. But the person you are leaving note for went in the night. Very childish, my dear. Yeah, very childish. I don't understand that kind of relation. I don't know how people thrive in it without getting, ill. Because that will cause me illness. I'm telling you. Eh? Now, Funke and AA, stop it. Let's enjoy what you're saying. You are now talking and we don't know what you're saying. We want to enjoy that flower bar, hydioles, shapamo, or whatever. We want to know what you're saying. We're in the chat. We need to understand what's going on. You understand
Okay,
what
ma, I
is
need to
going
come
on.
down now, ma.
Okay,
I have someone with
understand,
me.
and Goddess understands. Thank you so much, Goddess.
You're
But we
welcome.
don't. Thank you so much for your input. What you say is exactly correct, but we'll just have to be trying. But this idea of not talking have caused a lot of issues, and we really need to do better. Thank you so much for your input. It's that hard work. Never allow it to start. Yes, starting. That's the thing, because it starts. This thing does not just happen. Thank you, Chinwe. This thing does not just happen. It starts initially, and you think it's okay. It's not okay. Never allow it to start. If it starts, try and stop it as quickly as possible. It can be a consuming fire that will burn the whole. Because let me pin this, and nobody should laugh that I know how to pin. Let me pin it from my phone. Musisi, you're here. You've taught me how to pin before, haven't you? Where is that Chinwe stuff? I can't see it on my phone, or it's on the screen. I can't see it on my phone. Hey, it's there. Let me pin this comment because, yes, let me pin this comment before I talk about it. When it starts, nip it in the, what my husband will say, nip it in the bud, meaning Deal with it immediately. Don't wait. Belinda, did I say welcome to you? I don't know. Belinda, you are here. Actually, Belinda, you are here first before I even came in. But I think you went and then, yeah, I came in exactly the time today, but I saw your name. Anyway, nip it in the bud. That's exactly what you were saying. Because this thing that will mean that there won't be any talking for how many days, it did not start that day. Maybe early on in your marriage, that is the time. Do you know what? The first, not just the first 1 year, the first 5 years of your marriage is very important. If you are able to trash these things in your first 5 years of marriage, that marriage is likely to, not that you won't have problem, but problem will still come any stage of marriage, because when you start having children, that challenge of having children will come. Before you start having children, the challenge is there. And these days, people get married before you say Jack Daniel, the first child is there. So you don't even have time to fully understand each other, especially if you did not court like people like me that did not court or live with the person at all until the day you say I do. You now go in there and start learning and unlearning and doing this and start to tolerate each other. Anything that you notice at that time, deal with it. And if that person is the type that will not want to discuss, you will know it from day one. And that is when you start, if you really, really want that marriage to work, that is when you will start dealing with things. Thank you for this comment, Chinwe, because if things are left, he's stubborn, she's stubborn. When did that stubbornness start? Did it start from the time you were courting, for those of you who courted, or did it start from the day you got, oh, Funke is here, or did it start from the day you said I do and start living together? And either way, deal with it. Even when you are courting and you've agreed that you're going to marry this person, that is the time to start saying what you are ready to tolerate and what you cannot tolerate. But unfortunately, I won't keep you, Funke, because I know that Nigeria, that's a problem. But unfortunately, some marriages these days is about money. If they have money, it's okay. Anything I can tolerate anything. Money can end tomorrow. Life happens to people. That man that you marry because of his money, something may happen to his business, something may happen to his health. 5 years down the line, then what's up? What's going to happen? Start from day one. Thank you for that comment, Chima. And once again, thank you, Ayi Kitchen. I had to thank you by writing, but somebody was talking, but thank you. Thank you so much, Ayi Kitchen, for that amazing super chat. I appreciate you so much. Funke.
Hello, ma. Good evening, ma. Good evening from here. Hope it's not noisy. Hope it's not noisy from my end here. Although I've left where I am now. I'm in the car. I'm driving home. Okay, yeah. So I just wanted to come up to say one or two things about the topic we're talking about. Yeah, about a lot of things happening in marriages these days, and like people say, like ministers of God say these days, like the devil is really interested in marriages. Because if the devil can take hold of a marriage, you can imagine how many people the devil is taking hold of at once: the husband, the wife, the children. And the more corrupt marriages we have, the more corrupt society we get to have, because it's each family that makes up a community, society. Yeah, so the more marriages are being corrupt, the more the society is going to be corrupt. That's the logic. So that's why the devil is going for marriages, because he can get many people at a time in a marriage. Yeah, but there are some things that, communication, like you said, is a very, very, very key thing in marriage. Like in my own case, I'll be truthful here. In my own case, the misunderstandings that I have in my marriage is not a serious one. It's just issue of communication. Oh, this is what I wanted to say, but this is what you are. My husband is someone that, if he's talking in Yoruba language, he's a Yoruba boy, born and bred Yoruba boy, but my husband cannot communicate in Yoruba. And that thing pisses me off. Like, it will mean something else, and he will be saying something else, and it will cause problem. I'll be like, what are you? This is what you are saying. You now be like, that's not what I meant now. I will not say, but this is what you said now. So I know communication is a very, very big thing in any relationship, even in places of work, everything like that. You have to communicate for you to live, to cohabit together, like in peace. Yeah. So communication is one thing that couples need to learn in order for their marriages to work out.
It can be overemphasized.
It cannot be overemphasized. Thankfully, my own marriage, I don't have I thank God I don't have the problem of going to look for my husband in the hotel, or my husband coming to look for me in the hotel. We don't have that problem, and I don't pray we have that problem in Jesus' name. But communication is one great issue. And you know what?
Yeah.
As little as the way you talked, it can lead to, it can escalate like quickly than you think, that you can imagine. Like just a simple word can cause a lot of things in marriage if care is not taken. Yeah. But and then one thing I've also learned that should be done is do not leave things unresolved.
Yeah.
Like you said, mommy, I've learned a great lesson from what you said. Never leave issues unresolved. Never go to bed without resolving your issues. Although I'm still trying so hard in that aspect. Well, I can boldly say that I see myself that I've also changed a lot. I've also changed a lot.
Just be along. Once you really want that marriage, change will come as you go along. Definitely, yeah. Provided you want that marriage, not that you like, oh, if it doesn't work, I'll go. If it works, I'll go.
So I see myself that I have changed. Yeah. So, but and I know you can only get better. You can only get better. Then, well, another thing is don't be, let me call it, don't be locked up. Like, don't think you cannot change. Old habits, try all your best to send out your old habits. You know, some people will be like, oh, that's how I'm made up. I get angry easily. I do this, I do that. It's an old habit that you should not pamper. Don't pamper such habits.
No.
Don't pamper your old habits. Don't say you can't change. Oh, that's how I'm brought up. I cannot. I used to get angry easily, and it's not easy for me to forgive, to forget things. That is not going to make things work. You have to try your best to send out that old habit and bring on a new habit that will make things easy for you. Because, like you said, the issue of keeping malice for days, to be honest, it's not a good thing. It's a very terrible thing to do. In marriage.
No. Yeah, it's just please. Yeah. But thank you
one
so
that
much.
suffers it in my own case.
Yes, that's the thing.
Hello, ma.
I'm hearing you. Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, because as I was saying, in my own case, my husband doesn't have problem with sleeping. If you like fight from morning to night, when he jumps on the bed like this, he has slept off. I mean, I'll now be crying. I'll now be, you understand what I'll be passing through. I'll now be like, this person that I'm fighting with is even sleeping. You even have the God to sleep. I mean, I cannot sleep. That thing hurts a lot. Even hurts more than the misunderstanding itself. So if you keep malice too long, you are just hurting yourself, because probably the person you are fighting with is not even seeing you. You are the one stressing out on something. Yeah, so you should let go easily. Like, I know I'll not even lie about myself. I know it's very hard for me to let go in situations of misunderstanding. Yeah, it's very hard for me to let go, because I'll be like, I'll be feeling, should I let go like this? I cannot let go this easily, and it will be hurting me. It will be hurting me. But thank God, I to the glory of God, last year was a good year for us in my family. Last year was a very, very good year for us, because it was like they said, someone told us that your 7th year will make a really big change in your marriage, because 7 is a number of perfection, all this. So I saw that from the 7th year of our marriage, things it's not like we are not fighting again, but we just sometimes we just laugh it off. Like, and I'll be looking at myself that is this me laughing off something that I would have made a big issue out of. I'll now laugh at it, and then before I know, one thing will lead to another, and then we have forgotten about it. So
you continue even if 40 years, 50 years, if I still married together,
Amen.
It will still be a problem.
Yes,
So it's
so.
just how it's resolved. And starting on time makes a lot of difference. Don't leave it until
Yes.
money later into the
Yes.
marriage. Then it gets worse. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for that.
Yes.
No, no, no.
Yes,
Quarreling
ma.
and misunderstanding. Let me even tell you, sometimes that's years ago. I noticed that even when we quarrel and then make up, it even makes the relationship more stronger. I don't know, for some reason, it makes it
Yes,
even
so.
more solid. Yeah. But if you are there all the time, nobody's quarreling, this person says something, say yes. That person say that, and you say okay. That person, it's I will be boring now. So that little quarrel, and then sort it out immediately. It can be a
And
good
then
thing as well.
at times,
Mm-hmm.
something that I've come to discover in this issue of misunderstandings is that if your
Yes.
partner doesn't have anything to argue with you, probably they are not telling you the truth in some
Mm.
things.
Yeah.
Probably
That's
they
how
don't want to hurt you, they don't want you to feel
no.
bad. They are just,
Yeah.
patching everything up. There are cases when they should talk to you that this thing you are doing is not right. But they know
No, no.
that they know that if they start that conversation, it will escalate into something else. They will now leave you. You will now be like, oh,
So
we
that's
don't fight
even
in our
worse.
home. We don't fight in our
That's even
house.
worse. That's
It's not
even
because
worse. Really.
yeah, they are just leaving you to do things that are not right because they don't want you to turn it into fight. Yeah. So
Mm.
sometimes some misunderstandings are from a good place, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I've experienced that as well. When my husband will see something
Yes.
that I'm doing that is not good, and will be telling me, I don't even know how to tell you now, because if I tell you, you may turn into something else for me. So
That's
things
the
like that should
thing.
also be considered. Yeah.
That's the thing. Yes, you are spot on there. Because sometimes either way, they will think that I better not say anything. Let me give you a typical example, an embarrassing one that's happening to some couples now, and if people will admit it. The fact that one couple or the other may have bad body odor. The other person, each time you tell the other person, it's like, you always complain. Oh, maybe you want to go and look for women outside there. Oh, this and that. And the person will keep quiet. Oh, Chinwe, thank you. Thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you. Yes, so Chinwe, her channel, I know because we have been traveling and everything. I've not been to her channel for a little while, but her channel is one cooking channel you go to. The way she puts things together, and they're so quick and short that you don't even have to keep watching for 10-15 minutes to get all the gist. The way she puts them all together, within few minutes you got the point, and it looks so yummy. So please, if you don't have Chinwe here, please connect with Chinwe Uzoma. If you don't have Ayi Kitchen also cooks in her channel. Again, various things as well. When I watch some of these cooking channels, some of the things I'm like, I learned a lot. I won't forget what I learned about using dry cocoyam to thicken the soup. How I used to, or using it before was the wrong way. It wasn't coming out right. But when I watch some of these channels, I'm like, oh, so you can. So we learn all the time. So Chimuzoma has got a cooking channel, and she's one of my super chatters today. So is Ayi Kitchen is also a cooking channel. So please visit them. And then whoever else you don't have here, we have a new person here today, Chajira's Channel TV. If you don't have him as well, I think it's a male. Also, the rest, I think every other person here knows each other. But yes, Ayi Kitchen cooks very well as well. They make, what I like about their videos, both Chinwe and Ayi Kitchen, is that they don't make it too long. Because when people are doing something like cooking, you just want to get the point. I just want to get, so what did you put next? Go on there. So sometimes I even save the videos to go back to, because even though I can cook very well, but there are things people do. Sometimes you think, I've not tried this, I better try it. So please connect with my super chatters today. Chinwe, I appreciate this super chat. Thank you. Ayi Kitchen, thank you. And everybody here, thank you. I think we are going to be 2 hours in the next couple of minutes. I don't know whether there's anything else anybody wants to say, or Funke, whether you have any other thoughts about what you said. But one thing that stood out in what you just said today, Funke, is the fact that we must communicate properly, and that communication, please, should start from early on in marriage. Don't leave it and don't say, oh, if I talk to him or her, she will start shouting, or she will get angry, or he will get angry. So you better not talk. Keep talking. It's better that you talk than leaving it. Please make sure that you keep talking. So going back to body odor I was talking about, because it has caused a lot of problem in some marriages as well. And there's a particular lady, each time she comes to an event, nobody will breathe. This person has a husband at home. This person raised children who are now adults. Does it mean that nobody can tell? But the type of person she is, I don't know. I'm not judging that's what happened. But the type of person she is the type of person that I know that maybe even if the husband or anybody tries to say, she will shut the person down or accuse him of anything. That's why you're saying this, because I've now had children for you. You now want to do that. You see? So the man will not keep quiet. Then she will not come to an event. And each time she enters the event, people who know her very well will smell her before they see her. Is it good? Now you're embarrassing yourself, embarrassing your husband, and it can be the other way around as well. Some people have this body odor that, and I have this, I remember when my children were growing up, we are young and at home, they always say that I have a nose of whatever. Because anything, I'll just say to them, that shirt, go and remove. I'm sure you wanted it yesterday. And they say, but Mom, I said, go and remove it. Because I can smell. And then you just have to keep correcting. So when they grow up as an adult, that time you can't be correcting them again. Now they know what to do. They know how to keep their personal hygiene. Personal hygiene, thank God I remember this now. Personal hygiene is very important in any relationship, in any marriage. Starts from home when the children are younger. Make sure that they keep their personal hygiene. Now, when they grow up and become men and women, they're no longer boys and girls. When they get married, they know how to look after themselves. And when a husband or a wife tells each other in a nice way, find a way, in fact, you might even say, it appears that maybe this your shirt, you worn it yesterday, you're wearing it again today, or you wore it the other day. The way you even say it, the person will get it. It's not a case of you saying, oh my God, why are you thinking like this? So each time you come near me, this is a husband or wife talking to each other. Each time you come near me, I won't breathe. What is all this now? The person will react because the way you said it. But if you had, thank you so much, Funke. Sorry, you are down now. Thank you so much for that, your lovely input, and for being transparent and honest. I like that. I like people to be transparent and honest. There's no point. All of us, nobody's perfect. We all have issues, but the way we deal with it. So please, this personal hygiene issue, thank God I remembered it now. It has caused a lot of problems. So this particular woman, but trust me now, I have to find a way. I said, I can't be here all the time. When this woman enters, everybody will be, and they'll talk behind her. I hate talking about people behind me. Even if she was thinking, and I don't like it, and I don't know how to tell her, I will not say anything. The man should give her soap and should give sex. Hey, this particular lady, actually, one of her birthdays, her oldest son gave her this beautiful, nice perfume. And I said, it's not just perfume. You can, if you're not clean, if you don't clean the place properly and you're putting perfume, you're masking it, you're making it worse. And then mistakenly, she broke that perfume where oh my God, the son was mad. And I said to myself, maybe he's using style, doesn't know how to talk to the mom about body odor, and gifted her this perfume, quite expensive one that is really good smelling. And it broke and he was mad. So maybe in a different way, yes, you can buy the person gift of things for personal hygiene. Personal hygiene is the key. No matter your number of years in marriage. Oh, thank you, Holy Spirit, that we remember to talk about this, because this is causing a lot of issues in marriages. And women telling the man, you now want to start pushing other women. I've lived in this house with you since. Because the man has not been saying, because he's so afraid of what the woman will say, and vice versa. It's not only women that smell. Men, some of them, let me not say it in here. I don't know how to say it in English, but if you hear, you hear. Some men, when they come out, people saw. I don't know how many of you have watched my recent video when I went to a pig farm in Enugu. If you see how I was running, I did a deep breathe in. At a point, I was losing breath. I couldn't breathe down because of the smell. Some people are just like that. But that wasn't what I said in Igbo. What I said in Igbo is so different. So the person is smelling like that, but the husband or wife cannot tell them. They have been living it and we don't know what to say, the way they're going to react. So this woman, as I say, any event that she comes to, everybody will smell. Once you smell, then you look around, you say that she's arrived. What kind of thing is that? And this person is close to us. And I was saying to myself, Holy Spirit, how do I talk to this woman? I'm not happy with what is going on. I'm not happy with how people can overhear people talk. Hey, Obianao, Managa Hekutumeo, Obianao, meaning that she's here now. No, nobody can breathe. I say, oh my God, Holy Spirit, how do I talk to this woman? I actually did. I'll tell you people how I did it. But before then, Oyoyo's World, you're welcome. Thank you for coming, but we are almost done. Please try and replay for me later. We talked a lot. Today because there's issue going on in marriage and so on. Yes. Igbo welcome. You people have come again. You people say I say you shouldn't be speaking Yoruba here, and I spoke Igbo. My own Igbo is to describe what I'm saying, not discussing with you and the Funke. We don't know what you're saying. That's one that I saw Tolo. Are you calling us Tolo or something? Explain that. That's the one Chinwe was saying that you should explain because she saw that. Explain that one to us. What are you calling us? Anyway, so I was trying to find out how do I do this? I can't afford to all the time. This woman comes in, and for me, I have very sensitive nose. I can't deal with body odor. I'm sorry, I just can't. And so each time she comes, and this not just her body, when she comes near and talk to you as well, I'm like, Chai, how do I deal with this? So without her taking offense, because she's that kind of person that will just go for you. And I think that's why her husband have not ever picked any courage to tell her. Or he may have said, and she shut him down, and then he will now keep quiet. And then she comes out in a function all the time to disgrace herself and disgrace the man. Because when a man is saying to a woman, look at you, you went out there today and you disgraced yourself. She did not disgrace herself. She disgraced us. She disgraced both of you. You disgrace us, not you. You disgrace yourself. What do you mean by yourself? He's married to you. Two have become one. So if your husband goes out there to disgrace, he disgraced us, not you disgrace yourself. Okay. Okay, that's fine. No problem. No problem at all. Yeah, so I was saying, Holy Spirit, tell me. Because if I tell her and she reacts, instead of responding, maybe my old nature may come out, and I'll say what nobody would like me to hear. Never mind. I've gone. I think getting older comes with wisdom. What I am now is what I used to be like before. I can just go for it. But now, with age and maturity and knowing Christ, I don't take things too serious anymore. I like to deal with things, drop in there. That's why I can't keep malice with anybody. Never mind my own husband, and don't talk to him for 1 day. Never mind 7 days. It won't happen because both of us can't deal. We are working on the same page, so we can't do that anyway. But I understand what Gore said earlier on, that some men or some women are so stubborn to the point that they can never say, I'm sorry. They can never say, I'm sorry to each other. Okay, you only get to chat with her on live stream. That's okay. I know. I'm only kidding. I know there's no way. I know you too now. Hamba. You people are valid members of this family. You can't be saying anything that will be respectful to us here. After all, sometimes I even write in Igbo. I was writing in Igbo, Ochimo, or I'll write Odiewu, and so things like that. So that's okay. And I watched it too. What did you watch? Is it what we're talking about today? You say you watched too. Really, I can't remember what you said you watched too. Anyway, so going back to this body odor, it's a big issue. So that particular woman, I'm like, hey, Holy Spirit, I need to talk to this woman. She can't be smelling like this. And people are talking behind her. That's what, if people don't have the nose to smell, or if they smell and they don't talk, that would be different. But he's talking about her, oh, is it a case of, I won't say the profession of her sons, so that even if anybody comes across, but even if anybody comes across you that knows her, it's okay. And because she will know that I discussed this with her. And is it a case of having so and so children, and the person will be smelling like this? Can they even buy her perfume? Can they even look after their mom? It's not a case of the children looking after you. It's you looking after yourself. You're like I am now. If I have body odor, somebody will come and start blaming my children for what now? I have to look after myself. I'm a grown woman. So people should stop this nonsense of you have children who are this, who are that, and they can't they look after their mom? How can they look after their dad? Are you this thing that you can't look after yourself? At this age I am now, somebody will be blaming my children for me not doing what I should do or not looking after myself. No way. That kind of odor can be treated with lemon and baking soda. Okay. You mean the person will apply it after they've washed? Because on this occasion, sometimes some people will clean themselves, wash with soap and everything, but they still have this odor. I think it's coming from inside. I know, maybe it's coming from inside. I don't know. Because somebody have said to me, honestly, that they try everything, but they still have this odor. They said I have to go to the doctor. So do they have to mix lemon and baking soda? Do they have to rub it on themselves and leave it there? You want to come up and tell us about this? Because I can also give this information to her, because even after I've discussed it with her in a nicest way, that's the hardest thing that I've ever done in my life. And she did not react. She responded. For body odor starts from teenage age. If it's not taken care of, it's carried to hair. But it doesn't just start now. It doesn't just start. Wearing some sweaty clothing doesn't help. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, here in the UK or in diaspora or in some countries, you don't during winter you don't sweat. Some people can just keep on the same thing, thinking that because they don't sweat, but no, it's still that odor. When it's all there for a while, it will start giving that stench, and people should be able to actually perceive this odor themselves. You don't even need somebody to tell you. You should be able to perceive it yourself, to be quite honest. Oh, getting it right, you're still here. It's welcoming Oyoyo. They have to remove the sweat glands of some people in severe. So that one becomes a medical issue. That becomes a big medical issue. Then they have to do that. If they remove the sweat gland, that means the person won't be sweating at all now. I don't know, unless there's any medical reason for that. I don't know whether that's a harsh decision to take. Wow. So what you're saying about this lemon, because it's something I can, because now we are communicating, even though this is a while ago, I haven't really met her recently to know what's going on, but that's something I can say, oh, this is what I heard you can actually do as well. Because she actually, maybe somebody have told her in the past and she shut them down, but maybe the way I said it to her did not give her any cause to react. But she responded and she told me, and she said thank you, that she's going to do something about. I just gave her some tips, like making sure that you won't wash under your, because it's mainly the under the arms, because when she gets her hand up to hug you, you can't breathe. So it's not just a case of putting perfume there. You have to properly wash the place. Then before you can now put deodorant, not deodorant, this roll-on works. The pig farm, okay, the pig farm video you're talking about. Yeah, so a roll-on, put the roll-on first, then you can put perfume. It requires a hard work for some people who have that body odor. It requires hard work. Some people who don't have it naturally can just do with normal shower, wash that place. Obviously, you wash your whole body when you shower, and put a little bit of and just go, and you'll be smelling like flower. But some people have to do extra work because that's Most of Igbo celebs have done that removal. That's why they don't sweat on the red carpet, no matter how many hours they stand. Okay. Yeah. Here you're talking about the pig farm video. That pig farm video, I can still smell those pigs from here. I'm like, what is this? How can anybody be doing this every day? Maybe they are used to that. That's another thing. When you are used to certain order, because sometimes when this was going on and I was discussing with them, I said, I want to speak to this woman. He said, how are you going to do it? He said, maybe. I said, but you used with a husband, they sleep. Well, how can? He said, maybe. What he said made me laugh. He said, maybe the husband is used to that as normal. I said, how can that be normal? He said, yes. Maybe they lived like that for so many years that they've been married. Maybe he's taking it as the normal order for his wife and he's not saying anything. Do you people think it's true? So do you think he now think that it's a normal? Oh, I don't know. But anyway, shower, clean clothing, and good smelling surface for most people. Any acute smells is lack of hygiene. Period. He didn't put period. Yes, because people tell me I do all this and I do all that and they still smell. I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know. If you can give us example, never heard of that. Okay, yeah. Even your sweat gland, just for what? Okay, it's common. Okay, I don't know about that. Oh, Chajiras, you're still here. Wow, he's new to the channel today and he stayed to the end. That's what you call support. Thank you. Yes, on this smelly note, I'm going to stop this video. But Oyoyo didn't tell us how to use the baking soda and the lemon. Is it fresh lemon? Do they have to mix it, rub it there and leave it there? Or wash it off? We just want to know so it's an information that can be passed on. So if you have anybody, whether it's your spouse, whether it's your family member that does not, in fact, I even tackled one. This time we went to Nigeria, I tackled one as well. But that person was a much, much younger person. It was very easy for me to deal with. And the other woman is about my age. In fact, she's about 2-3 years older than myself. So it was difficult, but still I did it because of the approach. Remember, it is not what you say, but how you say it. You can achieve different results depending on how you say something. You can achieve different results depending on how you act. Because action and reaction are equal and opposite. And on this note, we have spent over 2 hours, supposed to be 2 hours. Musisi is talking about Amala. What has Amala got to do with body odor, Musisi? Musisi salad. Let them eat it. But okay, Amala. Okay, I see where Amala is coming from. Oh, Amala, see whether they will sweat or not. Will Amala make one to sweat? Okay, I see where Musisi is talking about Amala. Musisi, you have to try Amala. I think you will love it. Yes, Amala, your favorite food. Did you start to eat Amala? Anyway, this three. Funke didn't join them most. Funke only joined them recently. So always Musisi, AA, and Spicy. Spicy has been very busy, very, very busy. So I chat with her offline, and I know she's been very busy and she's been very apologetic that she's not able to attend these live streams as she used to. But all the same, we can be busy here and there, and once what we are being busy for is productive, that's the main thing. God will bless all our hard works. God will bless everything that we put our hands in, provided is the right thing. God will continue to bless each and every one of us. The world is not my home. I'm just passing through. My treasures are laid up somewhere beyond the blue. The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know, I have no friend like you. If heaven's not my home, Then, Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. The world is not my home. I'm just a passing through. My treasures are laid up somewhere beyond the blue. The angels beckon me from heaven open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know, I have no friend like you. If heaven's not my home, then Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. On that note, so Musisi, heaven should be your home. Musisi said, I don't know how he said it in the beginning, that heaven is not his home. I say you have to start working for it now, so that heaven will be your home. So that when the time comes, you won't be shaking. I don't want to die. I don't want to pass away now. When it comes, we'll be ready. But all we are asking is that we'll stay until we have achieved and did all the work that God wants us to do on this earth. Remember, we don't pass away according to age. It can happen at any time. That's why we must be ready. Be ready, be ready. But we are going to live. Like somebody said in that anniversary video, those of you who watched and remembered, somebody actually gave us up to 100 years. Hey, I'm like, oh, get in there, man. Why not? I always tell my husband, say you are 70. You don't behave like somebody who is 70. Or say, I said, so we are going to remember what they said, 100 years. We are aiming for that, and we claim it. We just have to do what we have to do and live at peace, especially with your spouse. If you don't live at peace with your spouse, 120, yeah, but this 120, I won't say I claim it. You know why? I want to be that kind of old woman that will have all my marbles and still be able to sing, because I love singing. I love dance. I don't know how to dance very well, but I love dancing. Sometimes I just two of us here, I just start dancing for my husband. He'll be like, oh my God, this woman. I just start dancing for him. You know, I love dancing, I love singing, I love being happy. But 120, I don't know. I don't want people to start where I'll lose my marbles and I won't know. If I see AA, I won't know that it's AA anymore. If I see Musisi, I'll be looking at them. I don't know who they are anymore. I want to still be with it. I want to still be with it. But yeah, you never know. 120 years these days might still be okay. People might still be walking around at 120 if they have increased our retirement age. Retirement age before was 60 in the UK, now is 65. My age group is now 67. My children's age group is now 69, 68, 69. Maybe the age group for your children will be 75 before you retire. So what is left from 75 to 100? So we don't know. But the important thing is to be happy one day at a time. One day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's all I'm asking of you. Help me to live one day at a time. Yesterday is gone, and tomorrow may never be mine. Help me to live one day at a time. That's why when I see people who are struggling so much, who are doing this, they won't enjoy their life. They are saving money for next Christmas. I want to do this next Christmas. I want to start doing this next Christmas. They haven't even lived for this month. I'm not saying don't save, but don't live miserable life and keep putting everything away. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your marriage. I love marriage, and I hate to see people who are not enjoying their marriage. There's going to be issues. There's going to be problems. There's going to be misunderstanding. even after 40, 50, 60 years of marriage, but how you handle it. The most important thing, and one of the things we have learned today, is not to leave things lying, not to say, oh, I don't want to talk because of the way they react. Talk, communication, and start early. Don't wait until later on into your marriage. Start from the first day, including what you're going to be calling each other. Like they made some of them made fun of me today. I call what we call each other. We agreed on that even before we said I do. All those little things, discuss it, agree, have an agreement. If one person is saying yes, the other person is saying no, that means it's in the middle. Don't just say, because I'm the head, it has to be this. And the woman will now say, well, I'm the neck. If I don't hold you, the neck will fall. And they'll start struggling. Let there be agreement. Or let there be communication. And you will enjoy yourself. You enjoy your marriage. People will say, oh, you're always looking happy. You're always happy. I used to smile like this, even when I was raising my voice up in Scotland. I come into the ward. They can smell me before they see me because of my lovely perfume. I can't remember that perfume, my signature perfume that time. I can't remember because I love perfumes. They will smell me, and I just lighten the whole. I used to work in the wards, in surgical ward. They will I just light the whole place up with my smile. And they keep asking me, you have 3 young children. How do you do it? Are you still happy? Why not? We have to choose to be happy, no matter the situation. Those of you in Nigeria, I hail you. I hail you all. Don't mind these Oyibo people. They like to use people till the people have been. I know. How they're increasing retirement age. Yeah? Me would have been saying that, oh, maybe another couple of years I'll retire. Look at me, I still have to be working. But to be quite honest, my work is not stressful, thank God. The fact that I don't have to dress up, I only buy clothing now because I can't be wearing the same thing. But I can wear the same thing and come to YouTube waiting to concern anybody. All they will say is, hi, this woman, she's always wearing this top. Oh, this one, she's always wearing this dress. But I only buy new things because of YouTube. Or when we have a Zoom meeting, when we have to see each other, we quickly dress up properly. And then, but otherwise, I work from home. I can start with my pajamas if I want and dress up in the afternoon. Anyway, yeah, so let us just enjoy life. Life is sweet. Let us enjoy it, no matter what you're going through. If people in Nigeria are still smiling, I know Musisi, you're in Uganda. I don't know the situation of things in Uganda. If people like Funke them, yeah, me see, are you in Nigeria? Yeah, me see. Yes, you're in Nigeria, aren't you? If those of you in Nigeria are still smiling, from what I saw when I went to Nigeria, all the people I met up with, they are just like, Abalumo, that is so ripe and succulent. That's how they were all looking. And I'm like, how do you people do it? I have to ask some of them, how do you do it? Because things are so hard. None of them concerns me. I'm only bothered about Man United. I'm talking about football now. You won't believe that I'm a mom of boys, but I don't enjoy football at all. At all. Even when Nigeria was playing whoever, you won't see me. But most of the time, when you are a mom of boys, you tend to lean towards things like that. Even though our last son used to play football a lot, guess what? I'm always in the field, cheering him on. Gonna be. And he's so happy that mom, who doesn't like football, is always there. When it's your own now, and your son, you have to go there and cheer him on, and it makes him have a special day. And he plays so well when he knows that I'm there with that, watching him and cheering him on, especially me, because he knows that I don't like football. But I have to be there for him. When he used to play, when he was younger. Say a word of prayer for Mami Fechi, because she does a lot for some of us content. Oh, I wish I can do more. I'm not doing anything, Funke. I'm not doing anything, and I mean what I'm saying. Stop watching football. These class disruptors, and Musisi. Funke only joins you a little. But 2 of you and Spice. I believe people in Nigeria are doing fine, always partying in saloon, doing Shebi. And it's not Funke that went to saloon. Those of us in UK here, we will do it in ourselves. Yes, so let's even talk about that before we round up. Those of us in UK here will say, saloon? Do I know what saloon looks like? Funke was in the salon when we were talking before. I see what you mean. So we won't be feeling for them too much, okay. Let's not feel for them. Let's only feel for them for small, but not too much. Yeah, they have exactly doing nails. All these nails self. Even my natural nails here, I have to always cut it because it keeps catching on things if it grows more than necessary. My normal one. Never mind putting an extra one. How do you people do it? How do you even clean yourself properly? You know what I mean? With those long nails that looks like you're fighting the devil. I don't know how people do it, but all to their own. You know, whatever people find okay to do and are happy with, ride on. My son gets in a bad mood if Man United. Yes, in this family, when we were growing up, when we were all here, I think we have two, half Man United, half Arsenal. So you can imagine when both teams are playing, what used to happen in this house. Oh my God, I'm like, I just go away because Man U, two of them Arsenal. Then I don't belong anywhere, and their dad is in the middle of. So when they're fighting, he's in the middle and supports those who are winning. Oh, it's so funny in those days. But okay. If the current president of Uganda retires, I'll be among those celebrating on YouTube. Really? Is he like our own? I heard that our own is in Italy. Is it Italy? That's what I heard. Oh. And Nigeria is going upside down. And Naira is going to almost 2,000 to £1. And I heard that he's in Europe somewhere. May God help us. May God help us. Yeah, people in Nigeria, sometimes they still find a way of doing things like AA listed there. You know, and some of them don't get their priorities right. I don't mind anybody looking after themselves, but some of them don't get their priorities right. You ask them to get nice food for themselves and for their children. They don't have the money, but there'll be money for extra nails. There'll be money for buying the best hairs. There'll be money for this Ashwebi one. I don't even want to go there. There'll be money for all those, but there's no money to feed properly. You people will say, no be juju be that. Get your priorities right. I believe in priorities. I don't believe in pleasing anybody. I'd rather not wear too much clothing, but eat properly and look after myself. Looking after myself, both of us, myself and hubby, looking after ourselves is our priority. We don't joke with it. We don't have money for anything, but we'll have money for looking after ourselves, no matter how much that looking after ourselves costs. Because we don't want, when we get to that 120 AA, you have said, when we get to that 120, I don't want to be a burden to anybody, even at that 120. I want to still, if God tarries, I want to still be able to do things for myself. And I say, God, when I get to that stage where I can't do things for myself, if it is your will, take me home. I have so much self-respect. That's why sometimes when you see also me do what I do, I want to look after myself. And I get my priorities right. I want to believe that I get my priorities right. I don't have to do anything to please anybody. I please only one person, and that is me and me and me. Yeah. I have with some of them no priority. Yeah, no priorities. I see that. Even when I went to Nigeria, I have to speak to one or two people actually. Because I saw that they can't get their priorities right. Some of them, when they saw me, that they knew me before, and obviously they were much younger in marriage. But when you see them, they're all looking much older than myself, and they're asking me the secret. I say, really? You want the secret? If I tell you the secret, are you going to try? Because they're getting their priorities wrong. I don't know, clothing. I can go to cheap Primark, cheap. I don't mind buy things once in a while if it becomes necessary. Like when we had the event, here I come. sew things and they, but on normal basis, clothing is not my problem. Just be clean. Just look after yourself properly. Stop talking about age. Stop talking about, oh, I've had so many children. Oh, I'm a grandma. Oh, I'm this and that. Nonsense. You are a human being. Forget about other things. You are a human being that is meant to look after yourself, look good, feel good, enjoy your life. Manicure and pedicure is £50. So we have to give, £50. 50 pounds. My God, how do you? Even when I did this celebration, somebody was talking about going to call a makeup artist, call this other one. I said, one, I don't fix nails. Two, I don't fix eyebrows, that I'll be doing my eyes like this as if what do you call udene? What do you call it, the udene in English? Just doing your eyes like this every minute. I said, I don't do that. I don't do nails. I don't do the other one. So what am I calling the makeup artist to do? Come and rub foundation for me. Don't worry. That day, didn't I look beautiful? My people, didn't I look beautiful? I didn't have any makeup artist, but the event went so well. I enjoyed myself. I did shakara. Who knew that I did not pay whatever amount of money they pay? I'm not saying that I can't pay that, but to me, whatever I'm going to pay that person that will come and give me those false things, let me use it to give one woman in that village. When you see them in the village, you cry. Important things, of course, I do them. But when it comes to things, to me, that is me. I'm not saying that people who do this thing, please, so anybody, even people who will watch this, so they don't give me a thumb down and say, what is she talking about? It's talking about me. What I take as priority is so different from what most people call priority. So everybody have got their own priorities. But for those of you with children, let the children be your priority. Use that money for fixing whatever you fix. False this, false that, to give them proper food. It's better. Look after yourself. You don't have to fix those things to look good. You don't have to. But if you must, make sure that it's not to the detriment of your family. You see, sister using. Oh, you. Oh, God. Makeup is same waste. No disrespect to makeup channels. Sometimes I see some of them, some people will see it. In fact, one lady was saying that when they want to go out, that she will start, the husband will tell her to start getting dressed. She will spend 1 hour. She will rub this one, she will keep. She will rub that one. That's one they call, is it primer? Is it primer? And I asked them, which one is primer? What does it do? They said that's primer. When you rub primer, it makes it, tell me if I'm wrong, it means that if you put the foundation, it will help it to last. They say, if it doesn't last, let it clean. And it won't change anything. So one they call primer. They'll put that one, they put another one, they put the next one. By the time they finish, 1 hour, 30 minutes have gone. Just getting ready to go out. Hey! How dare you? Me, getting ready to get out here, 10 minutes, too much. I will lay all the things I want to wear the next day. Once I come, I want to make sure I'm decent and smart looking as much as I can. Every other thing is not for me. I haven't got time. But if that is what makes people happy, some people will even say that their husband will tell them, you have not made up today. You have not done your nails today this week. This is money. Go and do your nails. Of course, that's what your husband wants, and he can afford that, as well as affording the money for your children to feed well. See, I always go back to children. Provided that your husband giving you that money to go and make up, do whatever you need to do, have got enough money for you to feed those lovely children that God blessed you with very well. Ride on. We all have our different priorities. So I'm not here to condemn anything, please. I'm here to just tell you what I don't do. I'm not telling you what to do. Everybody have got what they want to do. Yep, a lot with heavy makeup. Oh my God. Oh dear, because let us stop. Oh my goodness, now to 7. We're supposed to have stopped at 6, but it's all good. I think we have benefited from what we discussed today, even though we are joking and laughing, but at the same time, we made some points. We'll agree that we've made some points today. And we'll meet up again by God's grace next week, Sunday. We are going to still be on Ifechi Family Channel next week, Sunday, because there's something else. I don't want to combine that thing with today, because that one is purely to do with children. So I'm going to deal with that next week, Sunday. I don't want to combine it at all. I just want today to be about husband and wife relationship, this, Yeah, but next week, something to do with children. Sometimes you wonder, did I ever have children in my previous life? The way I love children, if you want to annoy me, do anything bad to children. If you want me to get into the same trouser this thing with you, do anything bad to children. So anything to do with children, I don't joke with it. Yeah. So we're going to talk next week, Sunday, by God's grace, same time, same channel, Ifechi Family, because when it has to do with children, you have to come back to the family channel to discuss it. So those of you with young children, those of you with adult children, those of you who don't have children, those of you who are planning to have children, remember, you don't have to have children if you're not prepared, if you're not going to look after them. Being married and having children does not define anyone, but it's a good thing to do. God said, go and multiply. So it's a good thing to have children. But don't be put under any pressure to have children. And that's something that is in my heart that is really paining me. Do I even have to wait till next week? Yes, I have to wait. We need to talk about it. It's paining me so much. Children are very innocent. It doesn't matter how bad you think your child is behaving. They did not drop. You raise them. Take some responsibility to whatever is happening to your child. After you've done everything and you satisfy yourself. Anyway, why am I going into this today? Let us round up. Let's talk on Sunday, please. It's very important. I would like as many people as possible to come. We're going to deal with some sensitive issues to do with children. Okay? So I'll see you next week, Sunday. I have good. Because let me leave these people. I know sometimes when we even leave, they will continue their chat. So let me leave them so they can continue their chat with good lashes. Okay? I'm glad you used that. Let me leave them, because I think they when we go, normally they tell me that they normally continue with their chat. So let's leave them to continue. But for now, we are closing. We prayed before we started, and that prayer covers the end of the session as well. So thank you so much, everyone, for making this live stream as interesting as ever. We always look forward to this every Sunday to have good communication. We crack jokes. We do all sorts of things. Everything goes into the live stream here on Sundays. We're not that serious, but when it comes to serious matters like what we discussed today and what we're going to be discussing next week, we get serious. And after that, we can still crack our jokes, because that's what makes it what it is. Thank you so much. Oh, Estelle family, Niger daughter. Niger daughter, I was talking about you how many live streams ago? I was talking about you. You say that I'm going to come for a lecture for Pidgin English. And then people who can speak this thing, they enter stage. People who can speak this broken English, they enter. I'm like, so people can speak this thing. I thought it's only my Niger daughter that speaks like this Pidgin English like this. Come and see them. Spicy. Uju know who tried, but Uju is not here. Let me say it now. Uju know who tried, but she used the Ajebota type of broken English. She didn't do it well. But Spicy tried. You shouldn't rewatch this video to hear what I said, and nobody should tell her. Nobody should tell her what I said. So she used a butter one too, but she tried. I think she was better than me. Then what's her name? What's her name? The other reactor that I met up with in Lagos. She came up as well. She was good. She spoke broken English, pidgin English very well. And yeah, but my spicy lady, I was so surprised that she could speak like that. I just love hearing, in pidgin English. I try, and when I try, it's not even good in my mouth, so I don't even try anymore. But yeah, so I was talking about you that day, Estelle. It's nice to see you. Hope you are doing good with your lovely children. Thank you, everyone. And to use own would be America. Yeah, so the way she was saying it, I had to make her feel better, like by saying, "Oh, you well done," but it's not well done. Nobody should go. Mary Queen, Mary Queen, you sabi. Mary Queen, sabi. Oh, I was watching her Senegal this thing the other day. Mary Queen was blowing this pidgin English like no man's business. I'm like, a lot of people can speak this. No, it's only me that is finding it hard. It has been a great time here. Oh, Mary Queen, you're still here in the background. I didn't know you're still here. It's been a great time. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I'm glad that I'm so glad to see so many of you. And I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much, Musisi, Mary Queen, Funke, Estelle family. And I don't know who else is in the background. And other person that I did not mention your name. A new person today. Get Olivia. Thank you so much. Chimuzoma, thank you for your super chat. Ayi Kitchen, thank you for that amazing super chat as well. I appreciate everybody that ahead. Chajira's Channel TV. I'm going to be checking him out. Thank you so much. I'm just going up to see if there's any other person that I missed. EMC's Variety was here. Blessed at the Countryside was here, I think. Yes. Who else? B-Joy Special was here. Uju Oyoyo's World. I can't remember all the people that were here before or that are still in the background, but all of you, you are so special and blessed. I'm so happy to have you all as a family, in this family. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. I'm fine here. I make my daughter hair. Yes, she makes this hair, and she only learned it in this, over there in Europe, and she does it so well. Estelle family, I will be visiting France, but not in now. We're going to be in May. I think me and Daddy are coming for a long weekend in France. We'll tell you where and see if it will be near you. We're going to do a hangout and do a video together. We're going to come to France in May. I can't remember when in May, but I'll let you know. Yeah, coming for a long weekend. Yes, I don't know where you live, whether it's near to Paris. I think that's where we're going. But I'll let you know. I've got you on WhatsApp. Okay, everyone, thank you so much. My sister Nen, she's in the background. She has been in the background. Maybe she's busy getting ready for tomorrow. She's been in the background and she's saying nice streaming. Thank you, sis. Thank you, everyone. When are you going? It's in May. I can't remember when in May. I can't remember the exact date. I don't know. I'll find out. Who's asking that question anyway? When? You live in UK. So why? I thought it was Estelle asking who lives in France. Are you going to join us? We're going to have our first experience of Eurostar. Which one? Eurotunnel. We're going to go through. We didn't want to fly. I said to people, France, we can't fly. We have to go this Eurostar experience. So that's what we're going to use to go to France. We're going to meet Estelle. If she lives near where we're going. Is asking when. Do you want to come with us? Why are you asking when? Do you want to come with us? Yeah, you can come with us. We are your husband. We may be there too. Okay. By next Sunday, I'll find the exact date. I know it's middle. I'll find the exact date. I will let you know. Yeah, it's a middle of May, definitely. But it's for the long weekend. We'll go on a Thursday, come back on a Monday. I will be happy to. Yeah, it'll be nice. I can't come to France. Even if it's far away from where we are, we are on vacation, short vacation, weekend. How do they say it? Something vacation. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, we can come near or we can meet. We can meet halfway from where you live. Enter train. When we're on holiday, we don't mind. We just take our time. So yeah, it'd be nice. Did you see what Funke can afford to send on my? Then Moses is reporting Funke to you. Thought it was Spain. Do you people see that person? That person that is old. Do you people see that person? He's also in the background. That's one of my sons. He said, I thought it was Spain that we are going to in May. So, son, you've been in the background. It's not Spain. Remember, we changed it to France. Didn't we? You're making me to panic now. No, it's France. It's France, son. We changed it to Spain. Sorry. We changed it to France. So it's France we're going to. We're going to Paris. Yeah. We appreciate your teachings, Mommy. God bless you. Oh, Bijoy, you're still here. I mentioned your name earlier when I was thanking everybody. Are you sure? See, my son is also just looking at making sure that I'm not getting it wrong. No, I'm not getting it wrong, son. It is. Hey. It's Spain. No, sorry. It's France because we've already booked a Eurostar. I can't go to Spain with Eurostar. So it says France, son. It's France, definitely. I will check and let you know later. See my son. He's there. My baby son. Let him hear me call him baby. 20-something-year-old they are calling me baby in your live stream. But you didn't show your face. You didn't show your picture. You just put O there. Okay. No, it's not. Definitely not Spain. It's France. It's France, but we have already got a ticket for the Eurotunnel. Eurostar, not Eurotunnel. Eurotunnel is where you go through. It's Eurostar. So it's Spain. It's France. So I'm going to meet Nadia daughter. And she will not teach me the broken in face to face. And she will do I'll go with my human hair. She will do my hair. She will do everything for me for that one day we're going to meet. Don't mind me. Good evening. Oh, Lady B. Sorry, my dear. We've been here for nearly 3 hours. I can't believe we are here for nearly 3 hours. We're supposed to have finished 2 hours 1 hour ago. Oh my God, Lady B, you're very welcome. We are rounding up. If you have time, please replay. We discuss some important things. Never mind, we are chatting and laughing now. That's how we do it here. We do our important discussions, and then people who interrupt the class, like AA and Musisi and Spicy and Funke, will interrupt the class, and then we'll just have a time like this, and then we go. It's a good tonic. Good tonic. Eurostar, very fun. My son, you're in a good mood today. No, you came to my this thing today. So maybe you've been doing these things without me knowing. You listen from the background. Okay, yeah, Eurostar. Yeah, very fun. We wanted you to come with us. You think you're too big now to an adult now. You don't want to be coming with mommy and daddy on holiday. So yeah, we wanted him to come with us because he's not yet married. So we say, come with us. He said, nah, I'm a big boy now. So yeah, Eurostar is very fun. We would have enjoyed the fun with us, but you didn't want to come. It's too late now because all booked. Okay. Musisi, you're so funny. What did Musisi say? Let me see. Man, you're thanking me for sending. Yeah, don't mind Musisi. We have been on holiday already. My son said that we have been on holiday already. Yeah, he was in Nigeria with us, and he enjoyed every bit of it. So he said we have been on holiday already. Yeah, we can still go again. We have been already. We are going to Switzerland in March. And we're still going to go to France in May. All beef is for short period anyway, just long weekends. Yeah. When it's just two of you can just get up and go. Even if it's for weekend. They don't want to come. Oh, it's a struggle to drag. So you have even with 18-year-old, you see? on holiday. Never mind this one who is in his 20s. They don't want to come. It's the holiday is already paid for. The accommodation we are going to have empty. If anybody wants to come here and offer, husband and wife, where we are going to be, has spaces. He said, "Nah, I'm not coming." Exactly. See what? See what, son? You do okay. Hey, look at that. He's agreeing with you. Hey, you have made his day. He said exactly. See, because you said that your 18-year-old don't want to come. So that's what he's saying. He said exactly. See, meaning that 18-year-old didn't want to come. How can I in my 20s want to come? So hey, you have made his day. He's happy now that somebody supported him. Oh my God. Okay. No chance dragging a 20-something. Yeah, exactly. We wanted him to come. He can stay in his own and do his own thing, and we do our own thing. But now, I don't want to. It's true. Okay. So you have somebody who is supporting you that 20-something. No chance that you rather be going with your mates or maybe with your brother. Yeah. Okay. That's fair enough. So we're going to enjoy it, and we'll show you the pictures, and we'll show you everything when we are there then. Okay, so nice to have you here. And yeah, I'm dragging him in December to Tenerife against his wish. Really? Okay, how are you going to do that? That's good. Okay, let us, you know what I'm doing now, because there's 5 minutes to 3 hours. Let us not make it 2 hours 55 minutes. Let's round it up to 3 hours. But people who are going to replay this, please replay it fully for me. Replay it fully for me. You won't even know when you finish. What I normally do, Musisi, you have noticed, I normally replay all Musisi's live stream. It keeps me company when I'm doing some reports and stuff like that. I don't like everywhere being quiet. So I put a live stream, anybody's live stream that I know that is, I didn't catch up with, I'll just put it on, and I'll be hearing. And every time you feel like I'm hearing Musisi, I'm hearing his music. Most of the time he doesn't talk anyway. It's the music. I'm just hearing that, and to me, it's like I'm with somebody there doing my reports. I've done that with Uju's. I've done that with Uju's live stream. That's how I caught her, AA and Funke, when I was replaying there. I'm off now, Mom. Talk to you later. Okay, son. Bye. Nice having you here. I'm so glad that you're here. That means that you yes. And he was telling me that I was running from the pig. I'm like, oh, you also watch videos. He said to me that he laughed so loud when he saw me running away from the pig farm. Okay, son. Thank you. We'll talk later. Yeah. Okay. Was I good with his stuff? Really? Okay, son. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. I've said that bye before. No, we have 3 minutes. It has to be rounded up. I don't want it to be showing 2 hours, 57 minutes. Since we have dragged it for longer than 2 hours, we might as well spend the next 3 minutes so it can round up to 3 hours. Bye. Oh, yeah. So, you know how your own name is AA. He came with O. He doesn't want to put his full name. So let's leave it as O. Bye, O. Mary Queen, I thought you said before you are going, when we're having this fun here, it's difficult for people to go completely until the fun ends. I thought that Mary Queen is gone. She's doing so well with her children there in Senegal. I think you speak their language. What did they last week? I think they speak French. Is it? I think they speak French over there. She's when she interacts with them. When you live in a place, that's I also admire people who are in Europe. I don't think I can deal at the moment. I'm trying to learn Spanish. I can only remember a few things. Myself and this my son. We are trying to learn Spanish together. All I know is it's about being too cold or being too hot. Mucho frío, mucho whatever, meaning that it's cold or it's too hot. And then you want to ask somebody, where do you live? Donde vives? Can you imagine? In Spanish, when you say vives, it's like B, but when you write it, it's V. How does that work out? How is V and B the same thing? Donde vives. But when you write it, it's donde vives, but it's vive or whatever. So I try to learn Spanish because I love Spanish. I just love it. I would love to speak French, but just love Spanish. I will try. I can even count 1 to 20 before in Spanish. I know that 8 is ocho. I just love that name, that word, ocho. That's 8. I used to count till 20 in Spanish language. And the fact that they call garage, garaje, and that he is like G, but they call it he. Hey, how can one learn that kind of language now? If you see V, you call it B. If you see B, you call it this one. So I gave up to the other one. I say, let's leave that Spanish. Let it stay where it is. I was learning it with my son. This is my son here. Moses, see what you have done to Funke. She's leaving to start looking for gold slash. Oh God. Now it's running up to 3 hours. Let me check on my phone. Yes. 3 hours. Bye everyone. I love you all. See you next Sunday. We have broken record. 3 hours of live stream. Yes, it's exactly 3 hours. I just checked. And Funke, as I say, I appreciate you, especially. Musisi, I appreciate you as well. I don't know whether Uganda has the same issue with data as in Nigeria. When I went to Nigeria, I saw Wayne with the data, so I know what I'm talking about. Yes, so Funke, for being here that long, thank you. Even from your salon, I want to see your salon here. You didn't come up to show us. And yes, from the salon, you still came up here and everything. I appreciate you. I appreciate every one of you. What can I say? I don't have anything to say but to say I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you, every one of you. Thank you for making this live stream so lively as usual. Let us meet next Sunday, same time, same place, for this important discussion concerning our children. Whether you have children or you're thinking of it, whether they are young or old, it will be interesting to see what we're going to discuss next week. Yes, bye Estelle family, bye Funke, bye Musisi, my sister Nen, my son O, have gone, B-Joy Special, whoever else is in the building, Mary Queen Longman, whoever else is here, and people who joined before and left. Bye everyone. God be with you, and we'll see you next week. Who are the 3? Yeah, let me leave you before the discussion. Let me end. Bye everyone.